On this episode of Left Side Heavy the podcast, me and Hayden welcome back our boys Liam and Ben, and we do a full recap of the NBA offseason. This is a messy intro, but I'm rolling with it anyway. But it's always fun to bring these guys back. It was a long time coming. We've been trying to get this recorded, but it just kept getting pushed back. But we finally got it done. Talk about the Celtics making some good moves, some extensions, Jokic signing a massive extension, and then the KD drama. How could you miss that? And much, much more. So I really hope you guys enjoy this. If you're listening to this but you want to watch on YouTube, I promise the video will be up by at least Wednesday evening. So give that a watch if you want to watch it instead of listening. And if you're listening, leave a rating anywhere you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, anywhere. That would really help grow the show. I will stop yammering on, but please enjoy the episode. Myself, Hayden, welcoming on Liam and Ben. Enjoy. It's episode 114 of Left Side Heavy the podcast, presented by Blue Wire. On this episode, me and Hayden welcome back Liam and Benny, boy.
What's up?
This is the podcast that we've been talking about happening for like a month now, and just keeps getting pushed back, but we finally made it happen.
We did.
Happy to be here.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Oh, I'm hot. Long day at Leo's, long day sweating in the shop, but happy to be here. Good.
I spent all day rearranging my room, one of those days, and but I like how it turned out. So
Yeah.
Not bad.
I saw you rearranging.
It's like getting
your
a whole new room almost.
I know. And then you walk in your room and it's all like clean and
Whose
new.
fucking room is this?
I'm like, it's not mine. Wow, I'm loving it. So I could put because this is really unrelated, guys, but my bed was in a corner here and my TV was on the wall right here, right? So can't watch the TV.
That's inefficient.
It was very inefficient. So I ended up moving my bed over here. But I had a couch here, so now the couch is over.
Yeah, couch in your room and shit?
I do.
God
Doesn't really
damn,
fit. It's
son.
not a very big room, but I made it happen somehow.
You made it cram. It's like a studio
Oh
apartment
my
in New
god!
York.
Everything is touching each other, but it's fine. There's like this. I bet you like from here to here is how much walking room's in there. But it's
God damn,
You got too
son.
much shit.
I got too much shit. But I'm like I don't know. I like it. I'm kind of like a
Do you
hoarder.
ever leave your room?
Yeah, on the occasion. Yeah, I go to work. And stuff.
So the answer is no.
Not much.
For
but,
work, yes.
I go to work.
You can't work in the
I
room.
played tennis.
Play tennis?
In your room?
Sometimes.
Sweet tennis.
Yeah,
Do you have a fridge in your room though?
I
does.
do.
Nah, yeah, he does.
That's how you know. That's how you know.
I almost bought a hot plate too, but I was like, what, like,
come
come
on,
on, that's
man.
too far. Nah. But the
You
fridge
get-
doesn't get much use. I don't know. It's in my closet because I got no space, right? So it just kind of.
Yeah, added more things, so you're going to start paying a mortgage on your room.
Yeah.
that
basically
room
a
probably
house.
takes up more electricity
Dude, the
than
electricity.
anything.
Oh, I got an air conditioner there. I got a fridge, like TV, all that shit. Like,
I hate you.
Yeah.
They can't use anything. 'Cause
I'll
you're
move out
using it
eventually.
all.
I'm
Gets
still
a
a kid,
microwave
just
in
a
his
kid.
room too. He's got the whole fucking.
I would never get
setup.
the microwave because I'm too scared to sleep near a microwave. I don't know why.
Radiation.
Yeah.
Radiation.
What if it like comes too close to me? I get like cancer.
Yeah.
I can't do
You're
all
going to
that.
wake up with a third eye.
Yeah, exactly. Can't be doing all that. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Ben's room is the new Chernobyl. You're going to have to put yellow tape.
It
over
honestly
all
is,
the
mask.
though. Yeah, you gotta.
Well,
Dude,
stay strapped up.
what's those suits that
Hazmat?
hazmat suits before you enter Ben's room?
Potentially on some days, not all.
Yeah, enter at
Yeah.
your own risk. I got a random question for you guys.
Okay.
For craft dinner,
Okay.
do you like cheese sauce or like the powder and milk?
Oh, I just powder milk. I mean.
Do you have a
Well,
preference?
What's cheese sauce exactly?
It's like
Like a-
packeted, like basically like queso.
Oh,
kind of thing.
I've never had that, but
Yeah.
I would
I was
assume.
gonna say I
Or
haven't
you
had
could
that
make
either.
your own cheese sauce.
I would assume that a packaged cheese sauce probably wouldn't hit that hard. But if I made my own cheese sauce,
You know how actually easy it is to make a cheese sauce?
It's just like water, flour, and just melt cheese.
No. What you do is you get let's say you want to make about 4 cups worth of cheese sauce. All you do, just like 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, whisk it until it becomes like brown, then put 4 cups of water in it, and then boil it, and then put like milk in it, and then just cheese.
That's it.
That's all it is.
Cheese sauce.
Boom.
That
Cheese
makes
Never had it,
that
so
makes
maybe
it,
I
yeah.
gotta try it now.
Yeah.
For me,
just
if I were
put
to
whatever
make
cheese you
cheese
want
sauce,
in it.
I'm just gonna throw as
cheese
much
sauce.
cheese as I can into it until it just becomes melted.
See, it doesn't work like that.
Then you're gonna burn the cheese.
I don't know,
No,
guys.
that's how I do it too. I just
Really?
like,
Just
put
keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just keep stirring. And
Well, if like when you're putting it in like craft dinner and stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cheese
But,
sauce, though.
yeah, just because I got this before camping last weekend when I went up with my family. I bought this box of like gluten-free vegan
Cheese
craft
sauce.
dinner or whatever.
Oh,
And then I thought it was just the powdered cheese, and then I open it up, and it's just a
Cheese
packet
sauce.
of like sauce. And
Well,
I'm
you
like,
gotta tell us then. How was the cheese sauce?
that's why I asked the question, because I was like, this doesn't look appetizing at all.
I don't think it
like
would.
at all, and it didn't taste any different, but the texture it tasted
Well,
fake.
Really?
Yeah, and
the
I was
thing
just
is,
like,
though,
this ain't hitting.
You could
That's
say it
good.
tastes fake, but like the powdered stuff, like that is like the like the
No, but
apple-
it's
Pinnacle.
still,
Yeah,
it's
like
still,
that's-
but that's the craft dinner signature taste though.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's what you're saying. If
I
it
haven't had
tastes like
craft dinner in
fake craft dinner,
forever.
that's how you know it's bad.
I got a question about craft dinner. Would you guys mess around with the ketchup in the craft dinner on the occasion?
Oh,
I used to.
I put seasoning salt
Seasoning salt.
and
Ooh.
I mix it in
Okay.
when I'm like mixing the powder and stuff. I put Italian seasoning and seasoning salt, and then I put some ketchup on there.
That's respectful.
I'm mostly just a hot sauce guy.
When
That's
we were
fair.
younger, his mom for like daycare, she would make us craft dinner, cut up hot dogs, and ketchup.
Yeah,
That's a classic.
That
hot dogs and craft dinner is a
Yeah.
childhood OG.
Yeah, my dad used to throw zucchini in there because he thought he was a chef.
God.
Fucking disgusting.
Donnie
Zucchini.
throws peppers in there, like her mac
That
and
one,
cheese.
that one, I kind of understand. Peppers go with a lot of things.
Someone threw the zucchini in the pot or something.
Yo, I went to my uncle's house in Ohio when I visited him, and he's very like health orientated. Like he's a big health guy. And Uncle
Okay.
Chris, if you listen to this, you're gross. He put mango on his frozen pizza.
You know what? I'm
That
not gonna
doesn't
lie.
sound bad,
I
though.
don't think
it
I would.
tasted, It just didn't taste right.
That sounds worse
Yo,
than pineapple.
but the dried mango on a pizza, I feel like that would go kind
That's
of
a little,
crazy.
that's I don't know. I feel like normal mango would be better though, because I feel like dried mango is extra sweet though.
I guess.
Dried mango, I would prefer fresh mango, but
I would mess
I
around.
had a
with
bite of it, and I'm like, you're
tomato
trying too
sauce, like for the base.
hard. It was a frozen pizza.
Yeah, but did it have tomato sauce?
Yeah, it was just cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza, but add mango.
And then like after it was
Interesting.
cooked, he cut up mango.
I don't
Put
know,
it
guys.
on.
Like,
I don't know. You put
No,
like some,
no pineapple or anything as well.
You put
No,
like
it's
some
just
barbecue
cheese
sauce
pizza and
on
mango.
there, maybe.
I'm
It
not
didn't
gonna lie.
taste right.
I think I would at least try it.
I
I
think-
would
I
mess
tried
around with a
it.
lot.
I think
of
you
those
do ham
dishes.
and pineapple. You just throw mango on it as well. I don't think it'd be that bad. Ham
If-
pineapple. So I like ham pineapple personally.
I love
It's not gonna be my
pineapple.
I'm a
first.
big
It's not gonna be my
pineapple guy.
first choice, but
Yeah.
if it's there, I'll eat it.
Same with like I would try like a strawberry maybe. That might be a little odd, but like
I don't know.
I don't know. You guys have like strawberry salads and stuff, but they have like
That's a
chicken
fruit
and-
salad, though.
It's a salad.
I guess no, but like the ones where they have like the chicken and the cheese
That's
and like
true.
the
That's true. There is some of
balsamic
those.
and the strawberry. I'd mess
Chicken
around with
cheese
it.
salad?
Yeah,
Like
I
a
would-
chicken
Yeah,
on
but
the
there's-
salad?
Yeah, and like I don't
I
know.
feel like there's a
I don't
buffer
know.
with the lettuce or spinach in there.
Yeah.
I guess
don't know.
yeah. Maybe I'm going a little far. I would have to. Maybe I wouldn't. But like, I wouldn't say no to anything. Not gonna lie. So
That's fair.
Blue,
Yeah.
Are you guys old enough to remember like Pizza Hut dessert pizzas?
yeah,
I've had one.
we actually.
Yeah,
I
see-
guess we sell them, right?
Desert cookies.
Desert
That's what we
cookies.
call
But
them.
like, no, I'm talking like full on like filling on a pizza, like with fruit on it. Like
Oh,
there
Oh,
was an
I've
apple
never
pie
had
pizza.
that.
Yeah, dude, Pizza Hut, like, fuck, back in the day. So it was like I was at least grade 5. Yeah, that was the shit.
The
there was
desert
like
pizza.
dessert pizza. Yeah, like you just go out there. My mom would take me out like on Fridays because our elementary school had half day Fridays. It's like, yeah, let's go for lunch. Like, do you want to go to pizza? I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
why
desert
even
pizza.
ask?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good though. Honestly,
sounds
Maybe we
really
should start
good.
It
messing
was
around with that.
so fucking good.
Oh my
It's like cake
God.
pizza. It's basically just a cake, but like
But pie.
There you go.
Can't complain about that. No.
Yeah, can't complain at all. But boys, you guys, last time you guys were on, was it before the NBA
It was
Finals?
right
Yeah,
before
and we were
Finals.
saying
Yeah.
we were
And
saying
I called it Game 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hayden got it.
Game
Perfect.
6 Warriors. I said Game 7 Celtics.
We both
I think I
did.
said Game 7 Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like
Close enough.
kind of right, kind of wrong. Not mad
Yeah.
though. Not mad.
But a lot has happened since that.
Mhm,
And
for sure.
I've been wanting to talk about some of these moves for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But some things kept coming up to post. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Benny boy. It's all right, though. I still love
Couple
you.
things here
So
and
it's
there.
okay. But yeah, a lot of things have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the biggest one that has been around the news is KD.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
the
what, like,
whole-
hasn't happened technically? Cause
But like the news
Yeah.
around KD has just
I
been
And more news.
never-ending.
More news has come out today.
That's exactly what I'm about to read off.
There you go.
Kevin Durant demands a trade or for Brooklyn to fire Nash and Marks.
Personally, I don't want to shut this down too quick, but I think we're gonna see the same team at the beginning of the year next year. Honestly, I don't think anything's gonna happen. Maybe they get rid of the coaches or whatever, but I think KD, Kyrie, all those guys still gonna be in Brooklyn because they're all talk, man. KD's been asking for a trade for how long now? Like 2 months or something. Like
Do you think he just sits then?
I think so, or I don't
He
know.
pulls a Ben Simmons?
Maybe he plays, maybe he sits. I don't know,
Injures
but
his
like.
back?
Yo, that Ben Simmons thing doesn't make sense. He got back surgery after the season
Yeah.
when he wasn't
Yeah.
playing. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, why didn't you just get it?
Like during the season, come back like soon.
You can get the surgery and then sit on the bench. Like,
Yeah,
that's allowed.
I don't know what that guy's
up
up to. He doesn't play basketball.
Yeah, he's a
anymore.
fucking idiot. But anyways, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I think if I mean I agree. I think they should just run it up with the team that they have right now.
It's not even a bad
And
team,
I
and they
don't-
haven't even tried it out yet. With
Yeah,
Ben
no.
Simmons, like,
And I don't think even and especially with the news coming out today, I think it puts Brooklyn in a worse position to get a trade done now. Now
Because
that
they have
Kevin
no
Durant's
leverage.
exactly
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's
Yeah.
giving them an ultimatum. They say, coaches or me. And honestly, I don't think they'll pick either. And I think Brooklyn they've come out and the owners said that they're on the Sean Marks and Steve Nash's side. They said we're doing what's in the best interest for the Brooklyn Nets, and they fully support them. So
And that is the best interest, in my opinion, too.
exactly.
Like,
yeah.
if your player is going to be so demanding, then why not just try and trade him for, like,
Exactly. Yeah.
the only
cut your
thing
tie or cut off your ends with
I
it.
I wonder is like, what is the beef there? Like, I'd never heard anything about Katie and Steve Nash and any of these guys having
I think
issues.
it's
No, yeah.
a whole like media trip thing. They're just trying to like.
Yeah, I don't
think.
know. And KD came out after they got swept in the first round. He came out in support of Steve Nash, which is even more confusing now.
Something
with
must have
everything
gone
that's
down recently.
Something in the off season
Yeah.
Definitely.
either wasn't done or was done incorrectly with them,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because there is something weird going on there in Brooklyn. And now that Kyrie Irving's the happiest man in the world, he's re-signed.
So weird.
He's
I'm so
ready
confused.
for the season all of a sudden.
It'd be dumb of him not to resign, kind of like Harden, right? Where you get paid.
Yeah.
exactly.
You know,
What,
so
what was his option? Like it was either he picks up his like $37 or $47 million
Yeah, I think it was
option, or
36.8.
he gets traded to LA for $6 million.
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
something.
Like,
yeah,
why?
it was
It's
in the
like-
best interest of him to just
It's like just pick up
Eh.
your option and leave him free agency.
Get
or
paid
something.
and not even play. Like, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I have
Yeah.
no idea. Their team honestly doesn't even really wow me. Like, it never really did. Like, I feel like I know it's like talked about a lot, but it's a very slept on factor of like teams' mentality and like chemistry and like how they can work
Culture.
together. Yeah, just the culture.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that Warriors team realistically has one star, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's true.
And like, but the Nets they have how many? Like I guess 2, but they had 3, and if you count Simmons as 3, but like what? They got nothing going on there. They all like hate each other. I want to leave every week. So.
yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't built up from the ground. It was
Yeah.
pieces that just don't fit in a puzzle.
Yeah.
And it's like, work.
Yeah.
No, it's not gonna work.
They're
You
like
got
desperate
3
measures.
big heads in that like
Yeah.
organization now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was never big on the Nets either. Like,
Yeah.
and when people were calling like Nets Lakers final, I'm like, no.
Never. That was never an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they were just looking at KD and LeBron.
Yeah. Exactly.
They were
Yeah.
just like, these two can carry, but then like KD's never proven to carry.
Mhm.
And I like
So-
that Lakers team too, which is kind of weird because everyone seems to like hate on them. But like, I want to see them do good because I like
Yeah.
LeBron. You know, he's an old guy now, so I don't want to see him like waste time
I-
like losing.
Don't think it could get much worse than last season. I
No.
personally,
No.
like, I
No
don't
way.
think there's been a worse Westbrook than
Yeah.
what he did.
Yeah.
Like I think it's only up from there.
Yeah.
And now I think
injuries.
it gives LeBron like a chip. He's
Yeah.
like, yo, fuck that. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
But it's like,
33
what do you
wins
do
is
with-
abysmal.
What do you do with like
33.
AD though?
Gotta wait for that guy because he's just a ticking time bomb. Like, when's the next?
When
time
he's
he gets
healthy,
right.
he's so dominant. But
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
that guy lands on his feet and he hurts
Yeah,
his back.
like he
It's
can't
how?
jump. Like
Like,
he
He's
can't.
on his feet. Hurts.
He can't run around anymore. He's like,
yeah, it's insane.
it's like, yeah, he's what? Like, would you say he's arguably a top 6, 7, 8 player in the league when he's healthy? But if
Yeah.
you can't play, you're just as
Your
you're-
best ability is availability. And if you
Yeah.
can't play, then how special are you?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right?
which sucks because you can't really blame him for that. But like, what can you do? Like when he was healthy and they did win the championship, like 2 years ago.
He's
he was
unreal.
insane.
He looked like he could have been the MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that bet. It was like
Yeah.
LeBron minus 100, AD minus 150, or
Yeah.
minus 50, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's annoying because I feel like both those teams on paper, you look at them, you're like, if someone were to tell you, if you don't watch basketball, but you know like names or whatever, and someone showed you Nets versus Lakers and showed you these teams like in the rosters, you probably think like, yeah, these are the best teams. Like, yeah, these teams will make the finals. So it is kind of annoying that they can't just figure stuff out. But
hmm
I don't know.
So, do you guys think that it's the same Brooklyn team?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah,
Or
I
do you
think
think
it's
they
the same
find a
team.
trade for him?
I would like to hope they find a trade just for the excitement factor. But like, I don't even know how you trade Kevin. Like, have you ever played 2K like my league and tried to trade these players? Like, it's hard to make trades with them because they're so good. Like, what are you gonna get in return? You know what I mean?
I feel like any package you get for KD, there's a good chance you just lose it.
Yeah,
Because-
you have to overpay for
Yeah.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's no
And
other
no
way.
team wants to do that.
Yeah.
Well, there's been New Orleans that's come out in the next couple of days, and I actually think
I hope to dear God they do not do that.
I like their team.
they're way too good to do that. But if God knows any team, that is the team that could put together
Brandon
probably the
Ingram.
best package for them.
No.
Would you
fuck
trade
that.
Ingram, though?
No, you
trade Ingram for Kevin
No,
Durant.
that's what I'm
Depends on the
saying. They're
package.
building it up. Like
I
they're building a
agree.
whole
I don't think they
culture
should
there.
do it, but I think if there was one team other
Yeah.
than the Raptors,
Like,
Raptors-
Ingram would be in the package, but
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
I
it'd
were
be like-
New Orleans, I don't know if I would trade it. No contract exists in the NBA. Because players can fucking up and leave whenever they want.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's only for them to, like, all right, yeah, I'll sign this because I want to play and make money, but
Yeah.
I'm not committed to you.
Yeah. I'll
Just
leave.
because I put a signature beside, like, on a piece of
Yeah.
paper doesn't mean I'm going to be here for the full 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not happy after a year, I'm just going to fucking demand a trade.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing with Kevin Durant is that if a team trades for him, what's stopping him from
These
the
are
next
Exactly.
the risk
year or
factor.
two
And that's-
Yeah.
doing the exact same thing?
That's the
Yeah.
risk.
And
So
then they're at even worse value with because Kevin Durant's got 4 years left on his deal right now. That's pretty big. That's why they want a big contract or they want a big package back for him. But if some team trades for him, you lose 2 years. You got 2 years, and you try and trade him again, value goes down even more.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Like, obviously, any Toronto media is the worst. Anytime someone is up, demands a trade, Toronto's name, they
Yeah.
immediately think they're going to get him.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, well, we're not giving up Scotty Barnes, but it's like, you're going to have to.
Yeah. Like,
And-
what package would you make without Scotty Barnes to get Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Like, what do you
Maybe
Well, the-
Van Fleet and
the package-
Siakam.
I
The,
guess,
nah,
but, like,
that's
then it's like
the,
you're just
the
giving up
package that
everything you
was the package that was set up was OG Anunoby, Gary Trent, Precious Achua, and I think 4 first-round picks.
Even that's
Jesus.
kind of. I don't even know.
No,
like, Nets,
I would
That's-
say
that's-
that's enough.
That's the
first-round
best offer
picks.
that's the best offer that they've gotten.
I guess, but you don't
other
get
than
a single
Jaylen
player
Brown.
out of all of them. Like out of all those players, I don't think any of them. You don't really get anything out of them. It's just
Well, yeah,
really
that's
big.
because
It's
the
all the
Raptors don't
first-round
touch their
picks.
core.
Yeah.
Raptors don't touch their core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I don't know. I don't think it's worth it for any team. I genuinely don't think it's worth it to even try because unless you find a deal where you can kind of almost swap players, you're gonna have to give up everything. You're gonna have to either give up your depth or your future
Yeah.
or your star. Like there's
Yeah.
no like, fair trade there. You guys can make a little swap or something. Like Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant thing. If that was what it was, like something in that
No,
area.
no.
No,
There
it wasn't
was
that.
more
It
than
was
that.
it was
It
Jaylen
was-
Brown
it was-
and other.
It was
things.
Jaylen Brown.
Was it Robert Williams?
No, it was Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, Derek White, and 3 first-round picks. That's what was offered.
See, that's a
And they
good deal
declined it.
for Brooklyn, in my opinion. But
That's not the deal that they're looking for, though.
yeah, I think
If I was the Raptors though, the deal that I talked about before, I'd make that deal in a heartbeat for Kevin Durant.
yeah, I don't think that's
Well,
a bad
it's
deal.
like
I'm saying for
100%.
Brooklyn. I don't
If
think it's
Brooklyn trades away Durant, what are they looking at for their future? Are they looking to win, or are they looking to kind of
That's
reset?
the thing is that they're stuck in a spot now with Ben
Yeah.
Simmons and
and Kyrie. Yeah.
And Kyrie's on 1 year deal now.
Can you not just flip Kyrie as well, or
At that point,
You
yeah,
can't.
you should.
You can't flip Kyrie anywhere else other than Los Angeles.
Mhm.
He's not going anywhere other than there.
yeah,
And you get nothing back from LA other than Westbrook and
you can
Tom
try.
Horton Tucker.
But so Kyrie's on a 1 year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
So
So
accepted
might
his
as
player
well just
option.
keep him.
He's
If
a
you're gonna-
deadline kind of trade guy to see if anyone wants like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
Well,
like
that's
either
what
that or
I'm
just let him
saying.
run out his deal. Because, like, is it worth it to flip for someone who is going to have a longer contract that you might not even want anyways?
Well, no, that's why the Brooklyn Nets need to run the season up with Kevin Durant, get him on board. If they're not top 5 by trade deadline, you see what goes on. Then you
Yeah.
trying to look at deals Kevin Durant, Kyrie, whatever.
See, I
you can
thought
do.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie were like buddies and stuff.
They are.
So like, what's going on? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I think it's Kevin Durant with Steve Nash. And the thing is, which is really weird, is that remember when the whole thing with James Harden was going down, and Kevin Durant and Kyrie were pissed at James Harden, and the All-Star game happened, and every single All-Star got picked before James Harden. Very last pick, Kevin Durant. He took, I forgot who it was. Who was
Gobert,
it? I think it was Rudy Gobert. He took Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, he took like
over
3
James
or
Harden.
4 centers.
He's like,
right?
Every single
I need
player.
a big man when he
Yeah.
had like 2 already, and he's like, I need another one.
Which doesn't make any sense because then you see him this week come out and he's hanging out with Travis Scott and James Harden. And they're all hanging out. They're
I
buddies
literally
now.
do not understand this fucking league at all.
I don't get it at all.
He's just
It
got-
doesn't make
he's
any
just
sense.
a little
It's just a
bit-
drama. It's just a
a little
drama.
off
It's a
of
soap
the head,
opera.
man.
This is why this is probably the most fun league. Like Woj probably is the best job because he's like, this is a drama-filled league. and
Yeah,
this is just so
exactly.
fun to
So
report.
many
Exactly.
talking points. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many drama queens and divas in this
Yeah.
fucking league.
You don't see that in like
No.
like anywhere else.
No,
Like,
you,
maybe
don't,
league
you
full
don't
of
see this
wide
shit in the
receivers or
NHL.
some
No.
shit.
Maybe you see this in the NFL, but rarely.
You can see it in
Yeah.
like combat sports, I guess, but that's like the whole thing is that it's drama. You're two people
Yeah.
fighting
They
each
have
other.
to because
like,
they have to sell pay-per-views.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly,
different
yeah.
than TV ratings,
Yeah.
right?
hmm
that's That's why everyone loves the NBA. Well, that's not why, but
I mean, the league is an absolute joke, but it's just absolutely hilarious to watch.
Mhm.
It's fucking hilarious, man. These guys don't make any sense.
It
For,
makes
this,
good
for the
TV.
one reason that Liam said
yeah,
is that Katie didn't want Harden for the All Star, and he's like hanging out with
so
him.
petty though. Like what?
I
I
don't
I
get it.
get it, but like at the same time, like it's just embarrassing because everyone knows what he's
Well,
doing.
it's
right?
it's embarrassing on Harden for quitting on that team.
It is, but I would say it's embarrassing for Katie as well to kind of act kind of childish about it. You know what I mean? Like,
And then they're friends again.
yeah, like,
But, like-
the game's a game. Like,
Those are two people that have just they're kind of like snakes.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, like
no one.
look
really
at how
likes
many
these
teams
guys.
Harden's quit on.
Exactly.
You know, and then obviously everyone can kind of just say like, oh, Katie's a snake because he went from OKC to
Yeah,
Golden State, and now he went to Brooklyn, trying to
Brooklyn.
make his own name, and it's like that's just turned out to be shit.
And then he gets
Yeah.
swept in the first round, and he demands another trade. So.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, they're just a bunch of big heads right now, and too many
Is-
conflicting.
The time,
Opinions.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
timing was insane too because he demands a trade right after Golden State wins the chip. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
so funny.
It's perfect.
I was
He's
like,
like-
please go back to Golden State. This would be unbelievable.
They would
that
be
was
an-
another one
they
that I
would be
thought
stupid.
could maybe happen, but
No,
like
it-
I don't know.
It would
They
be
would be
dumb,
dumb,
but I'm
yeah.
like, please, this would be the best thing.
What would
ever
the package
happen.
be to get KD back?
There's no package. It'd have to be Jordan Poole.
Jordan
and-
Poole,
Wiggins.
Wiggins.
Not even Wiggins. It would have to be Poole. Actually, I guess Wiggins.
I think Wiggins
Poole,
would definitely be
Kuminga,
Kuminga.
Wiseman, something like that, and some things.
Moses
I don't know.
Moody.
But it's like Golden State was like, I don't know if they're. Do you think they're still in win now mode or?
Oh,
are they
yeah.
kinda
Oh,
more,
yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
but like no, but like, do you think they're? Because their future, I guess, is good enough to be win now. But do you think they're willing to sacrifice that?
No, that's the
No.
thing, because they
That's-
don't have to.
That's what I'm.
Because they just won with that.
They got a
future.
pretty good future
That-
going.
Yeah,
on,
it's
too,
like
yeah.
that's what I'm asking. Is like, you don't want to risk
Yeah.
core that you
No.
won with for maybe a year or two with KD,
Yeah,
and then you're
no.
fucked.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you just go and you do
Like,
the same
you
thing you
proved
did
it.
Yeah,
2 years
you'd already
ago.
do it.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
And those players are just gonna get better.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's really
Like,
I
they're
don't know.
not
yeah.
really gonna go through a phase of being a terrible team again.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
because
No.
they're just gonna jump
Unless
They're a
one of
dynasty.
them gets way too money hungry. You know, when
But I
they're looking
can't
for a
see
new
that.
contract.
I guess maybe, like,
Poole.
Maybe.
No, it's
Like,
Draymond.
maybe
It's
Poole.
Draymond. It's Draymond. If they sign Draymond to that max contract that he wants, then they might be fucked.
Mr. Triple Single.
Yeah, then
I
you sign-
honestly
you
think
sign
he's
Draymond-
worth the money, though.
No, he's
I really
not.
do,
No,
man.
he's not.
He's the culture
Like,
of that team.
Yeah, no, I think Draymond is a culture of that
yeah,
team.
like
and
he's the
In terms of
everything.
production,
No
he's not.
way.
Yeah, no,
production,
he's
no,
such
but
ass.
Culture, you can do
defense-
whatever. Yeah.
Defense, he is still a great defender, and he still gets in the heads of everyone. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
he gets in his own head because he just
But also
did not
he'll
shoot at the
foul
paint.
out by the
But
second quarter.
35
No, okay, I want to say, let me
million
clarify.
dollars.
I don't think he's worth that much money, but I think he's
$35
worth
million.
something. Like, I don't think they should let him walk for nothing. Like,
I think Draymond should be probably like 5th, 6th highest paid player on that roster. You pay Curry, you pay Clay, you pay Wiggins, you play Poole.
cool. Then you gotta pay Draymond. I can't say anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know
But
about
if you
Poole.
pay Draymond, what happens next year when Kuminga comes up and he breaks out, or Moody comes up and he breaks out?
That's the thing, though. But
Then
like,
you can't pay.
but
them.
are you willing to
That's
Don't
get
they have
rid
to
of-
sign Wiggins too, though? Like, is it
Wiggins?
though?
Wiggins.
Yeah, wasn't it
Wiggins.
Wiggins
I
1 or
think
2
Wiggins
years?
got one more year left.
Okay.
the thing is,
One
though,
more
like,
year.
can you let Draymond go though? Like Draymond, Clay, and Curry.
That's the thing
been
is
their
that
thing
I don't
forever.
think you could let him go, even if you were giving him the option to go. I don't
Yeah.
think he would leave,
he
No.
doesn't want to.
no matter what.
Do you think
There's-
it's either like
I don't think he.
retiring,
Yeah.
Golden State Warrior?
I would
or-
never see any of those three
Or
anywhere
do you think
else.
he would just be like, all right, I'll just take less?
I think he
yeah.
would take less unless the Warriors were getting disrespectful with him. I
Yeah,
think
like
then he would go to another
$12
winning.
million.
Yeah, then yeah.
Suck my
I say
ass,
you
dude.
give him 20, whatever.
I think 25 is fair.
25 is an overpay. I say 20, 22.
I was
I was like
21,
25.
18. I don't think he's worth
18.
even
Well,
that
you
much,
got to
like-
think about the NBA contracts these days, though.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
18
saying.
Because
per
players'
year is
values
not-
are up
not
over the roof.
bad,
Like
right?
Curry's getting paid, or Dame's getting paid $50 million a year now,
Yeah,
which is insane.
it's kind of high.
He's getting $49 million, $98 million 2-year extension.
I would be the best
It's
GM ever,
insane.
man. I would never pay anyone that money. That's crazy.
And you get no players.
Yeah, good luck.
You get no
anything.
players. 2K
I'm
doesn't
not
run
paying
like that.
Damian Lillard that much money. We can go into that if you want, but like, dude,
I would
I don't
pay
know.
Dame
He
that
signed a
much. He's
2-year,
clutch as
$121
shit.
million extension.
But like, fuck, I don't know, man. How old is Dame? Like 29 or something?
Well, you pay
I
Dame
don't know if I wanna
because
pay
he is your most loyal player
Yeah,
of all
he's
time.
I
he's
know.
been so loyal to that.
He's got the
team.
For
not,
no
not
reason.
run away from the.
Fuck, Portland's been to how many playoff runs? Like 3
They've
when
had a
he's been
couple.
around?
They've
He's
had a
been, they
couple.
went to conference
None
finals
successful,
like
though.
2 years ago.
Didn't they get swept?
They
in the
did.
They
conference
were
finals?
never.
But
in
it was the Warriors
contention.
team with KD that they swept.
Nuggets made the conference finals. You can make the conference finals. You're not in
Yeah.
contention though.
Do you
Hawks
think-
made the conference finals.
Do you think Mavericks are?
And then the next year they like didn't make the playoffs. or something.
Exactly. Well, they were 8 seed and they got beat first round.
Do you think
Yeah.
Mavericks are like
No.
that?
No.
Because they also made the
They're not
conference
like
finals.
They're
They
not
lost
like
Jalen.
that.
I mean, they got Christian Wood.
That's true, but like I want to see what he does first, because what all we've ever seen from him is on like horrible teams, and he just seems to get
Christian
like,
Wood.
stats.
Christian Wood fits with that team though. He does.
He does, but I would like to see what he does. I really do, because
It doesn't matter though. You don't add Christian Wood to that team and you don't make the finals. You don't beat the Warriors.
Yeah,
You
no.
don't beat the Celtics.
I just want to see if he can produce the same, or not the same, because it's not going to be the same, but
I-
like similar numbers to what he.
I don't even think they would beat the Phoenix Suns this year with Christian Wood.
Yeah,
Even if they beat them last year with that, I think that was a fluke.
yeah.
I think that was DeAndre Ayton unhappy about his contract. He gave up during that series.
I think it's called
That's
Chris
stupid.
Paul.
Yeah,
They
Chris
just
Paul.
kind of
Joker.
stunk it up.
He
Him and
fell
Booker.
off. Devin
Yeah.
Booker. They're not doing that again.
You guys want to go over trades or extensions first?
Ooh.
Let's get whatever you got.
Yeah.
T-Wolves get Gobert
Great deal.
That one's
or
crazy.
Beasley, Beverly, Balmero.
It's
number
what you got to
22
do if you're the
pick from Kessler.
Timberwolves.
They
4
gave up
first-round picks
so
and a
much, but
2026 pick
You
swap.
gotta, but you got to do what you got to do to be
Yeah.
competitive. You see, Utah Jazz, they get what 3 years of being like a top 3 seed with Gobert and just Donovan Mitchell. Now you get D'Angelo Russell, you get Anthony Edwards, who's gonna be insane. You get Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert.
Mhm.
You put them in a winning system that Minnesota already has.
Yeah.
That could be a top 3 seed.
Because also, like, there's been clips of, like, Cat getting, like, bodied in the paint by, like,
Mhm.
players like Embiid and shit like that.
Mhm.
Whereas Gobert,
You're not doing
he
that.
he doesn't do that, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, Cat's always been kind of more of an offensive-minded
Yeah.
center, and he's always kind of been open to play in the 4.
Yeah.
And they've never really had an option to do it, and now that they do, they have the perfect option.
Mhm.
Like literally the most
Literally
perfect
just
option.
protect the rim.
The best rim protector in probably the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, it's perfect. That's why Minnesota going all in, like, whatever. You're not a winning franchise, so you got to do what you got to do.
I
To
think
be
it was a
winning
win-win
franchise.
trade.
Minnesota's just not a winning city in general.
Yeah, well, it's tough out there. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's
It's hard to
cold.
get people to play out there. It is a weird one though, cause, I don't know. Like I'd like to see how it goes, cause like yeah, obviously Towns is he's a big man that can shoot, an offensive big man. So the
Well,
4
3-point
seems
contest.
yeah,
You
the
don't see
4
that
seems
often.
pretty good for him. But I do still want to see kind of what it looks like, cause for like him playing against like some, I don't know, like maybe some quicker guys might be a little here and there. But I do like the deal, because I feel like there was a couple things that they were missing. They either wanted to go big on a point guard or go big on something like that, and then they went with that way. And I'm not mad about it. I like that deal.
You think
And
Gobert's overpaid?
I honestly don't know what he's making, but I'm gonna guess a lot.
I think he got the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on max.
No,
I can search
It's
Was he
probably like
three-time
it's
defense
probably
player
like
of the year,
$44 million. That's my guess. You can search it up.
How
how
I'm
many
thinking-
defense player of the years do you have now? 3, 2, 3.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 in a row.
Yeah, like
I think-
you can't not pay the guy, even if you don't think.
He's just
I
one-dimensional.
Yeah, for sure, but like
But the thing is, he's a
Ooh, yeah. 5 years, 205 million, average 41 million.
But you see some
Close.
guys out there make practically the same money that are way less impactful. So I don't hate that one. Really.
He'll
you
be
get-
making 46 million in 2025.
yeah, exactly. He's a impact like winning player. He
Yeah.
knows how to win. And that's kind of what Minnesota needs. It's because they don't have a lot of players like that. Like you see when they go up against Memphis, if they had somebody like that, somebody that's been there, because the Jazz they're a bit of a joke in the playoffs. But Rudy Gobert, he's been there, not to the highest levels of it, but he has somewhat experience.
Yeah.
There's no way that's gonna negatively affect their team, and their
Yeah.
depth wasn't even good in the first place.
That's fair.
Patrick Beverly, Jared Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley.
Everybody's
do
got that dog. in them,
Anything. They didn't do anything in the playoffs except for Patrick Beverly
Gonna miss
taking his
Pat
shirt
Bev,
off.
though. Yeah, I've never seen
the only
someone.
thing
I've
they
never
did.
seen
So
someone shit talk more.
Yeah.
After
For
a
a
playoff
lack
game.
of
I
skill.
love that
Love it,
Minnesota
yo.
team.
That was
though.
so funny, dude. When everyone's making it look like they won the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just won the play-in
Remember
game.
that Brooklyn team with like
D'Angelo
D'Lo,
Russell,
Dinwiddie,
like Jared Dudley,
and
those guys.
stuff. That
Oh my
Minnesota team
God.
kind of reminded me of that team. They
Yeah.
were just
that
like,
was at one point that was like my favorite team. I kind of just
Yeah, they
bandwagoned
were
over there because
they
they're
were
just so
so
fun.
It was so funny,
Yeah.
man.
They're just
They're
such a
doing-
team you want to cheer for. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
They're doing the celebrations on the bench after every three.
yeah,
It was amazing.
missed that team honestly.
Yeah, it was so good. I think the move of the offseason, Celtics getting Brogdon.
Interesting.
I don't know about move of the offseason. I think maybe underrated move of the offseason. I think if Brogdon comes in and he takes Derek White's role and because Derek White didn't have a really big role though. That's the thing, is that he didn't have a very big role. But if Brogdon comes in and he expands it, because Brogdon's obviously a much better player than Derek White.
Yeah.
If he comes in and he expands that role and he's out there, even getting some minutes with the starters, because you can throw him in with the starters. He could even play 2 behind Marcus Smart. Brogdon's a good shooter. He can play shooting guard. I think that team defensively, because Brogdon's a good defender as well. I think he was, a couple years ago, he might have been like top 5 in steals per game. He's very good, very good. I think he fits perfectly with that team as well.
Yeah, I just think because they wanted to stem away from Smart playing the 1, and
Mhm.
Brogdon's like a really good point guard, and he can kind of take the pressure off Smart trying
Mhm.
to do too much.
Yeah.
So now Smart can just be a clamp god too. Maybe
Yeah.
Jalen being a small ball 3, Tatum at the 4, and then Robert Williams at the 5.
Well, they're not running Brogdon in the starting lineup. They already said that he's coming off the bench. He's their 6th man.
Which
Okay.
isn't I mean they're the coaches. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna argue that, but I don't really see why not. you
No,
know?
I agree, but that's because they I think they like Smart as their guard. Their
Mhm.
1.
So who?
It worked
So
last
what is
year.
it? Smart 1, Derek White, or is he even?
No, Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown. Then
Jason Tatum 2,
Tatum.
Grant Williams 4, Robert
Ah,
Williams 5.
okay.
Or they run the same lineup they were running in the playoffs with Robert at the 4 and Al at the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know. I guess it's Al at the 4, Robert at the 5,
Yeah.
realistically.
I mean, hey, you know what? Like, I see that kind of stuff. Like, that stuff happens all the time. You know, obviously, Brogdon's a more talented player than whoever would start over him, Grant Williams or whoever's going to be there in the lineup. But coming off the bench doesn't particularly mean you're a bad player. It doesn't mean you're worse than the starting lineup.
You have your
You
role.
can get
Yeah.
more minutes than the
Yeah.
starters.
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah.
you come off the bench.
Yeah, like, he can just be
It
that
just
guy. off
it
the
just
bench.
makes your second unit.
better.
Even better.
Yeah.
And they were already a really deep team.
Yeah.
And they didn't even give up anything for Brogdon, which is absolutely
Yeah.
insane. So I was cheering for the Kings to get him, which is
Mhm.
I
stupid.
mean, they did give up the GOAT, Stauskas.
It's true. G League GOAT. Holy.
That one hurts.
Good,
not
just
gonna
a
lie.
good Canadian kid.
Yeah, but he might ball out in the G League as well for other teams. So you never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Cheer for the kid.
I remember he went on. He was on TSN radio or something like that, and he was like, "Yeah, just prepping for the NBA Finals." I'm like, "Dude, you're gonna get like a minute.
Yeah.
You get like 30 seconds."
He got the last minute of the NBA Finals
Yeah.
and they lost.
Yeah.
Hey, but
That's
he's
what he
out
got.
there.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, he was hustling, dude. So
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta respect
that
it.
12 seconds was crazy. Highlight reel for sure.
Your Kings got Herter.
Mhm.
Interesting move.
Got Herter, got Malik Monk, got Keegan Murray through the draft. Great offseason. I love this team. I swear to God, Kings are making it this year. Play-in team, 100%.
Yeah.
That West is tough, but they have actually had a good offseason, I could
They
say.
just got one more player too, right? I can't remember who it was. Though.
They signed 2 players. They signed
It was
Kent
another Lakers-
Bazemore.
Kent Bazemore was the
They
one,
signed
yeah.
Kent Bazemore, and then they signed somebody else yesterday. I can't remember who it is. Doesn't matter. None of those players are going to play there.
Yeah.
They're not going to be impact players.
Yeah.
They're just role players. But Kings had a great offseason. I don't think a lot of people are talking about it. And I think they could easily battle Portland, LA, and I guess it's kind of Portland, LA for those 9-10 play-in teams,
Okay.
play-in spots. That's
Alright.
because I know that's what we're rooting for this year. That's what you got to go for. Because no way you're touching 8 through 1. Because those teams are just so much levels above anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That West is insane.
And we're like getting teams back as well. Like the Clippers, no way they're a playing team if both Kawhi and PG play.
Yeah.
So that's another team you got to throw in there. And
hmm
Pelicans get better.
The only team that drops off is Utah.
Yeah.
Only team.
They still
Everybody
got
else
Don,
gets-
no? You know.
Yeah. Well, you don't know how much longer they'll have Don for.
Yeah. They're
That's the
definitely
thing.
dropping down though.
Yeah.
And if you count the Spurs because they're a playing team, they're definitely dropped.
True.
too.
True.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
dropped down.
Andy. Atlanta Hawks get DeJounte Murray.
I like it.
Great deal.
But have you guys been seeing him all over?
He's
the
been
Dude,
wilding
out.
out.
Man. He's beefing
Yeah,
everybody.
I saw he said something
To Paulo
really
Banchero.
gay on his story. Yeah, I saw that, and
He was acting
even like
up.
NFL players was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
he was
is
just
happening?
being all summer. He's been playing these random ass like high school
Pro-am
like
leagues.
yeah, and just like shitting on random people and being like really like in their face about it, like which is kind of weird because maybe it's just because he was like with the Spurs, but like I just didn't see,
That's what happens when
Yeah.
you're in the Popovich
like I
system.
never see anything like. But
He
he's
got
out there
traded to
like
Atlanta.
he's out there like dunking on random strangers. Then they go up to him on the floor and like put the ball in their face. And he was like he like did some move on Paolo, and after he got the bucket, he like was like yelling at him and threw the ball out. He's just acting out, right? It's kind of weird.
But that's the thing is that there's more to the story.
There
though.
definitely
with
is.
Paolo, he was flexing his number 1 pick status. Apparently, he's got some mouthy.
Who cares?
I mean, hey, NBA players take it personally. I mean,
guess.
DeJounte's an all-star though, so he has.
Oh
right
yeah,
to
like
talk.
I like what happened with the Atlanta thing. I just kind of feel like it's not what I expect from the guy. I thought he was
No,
like
exactly.
a chill dude.
Well, you've never seen the side of him playing for
Yeah,
San Antonio. 'Cause
exactly.
You don't see players playing for San Antonio
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Now, like you guys say, he's in Atlanta and anything
Yeah,
goes.
Atlanta.
Yeah, anything goes,
Atlanta is
yeah.
wild.
I like that move though. We'll have to see how it goes.
It was one I wasn't expecting.
But like,
no
have you seen, like,
I
way.
wasn't
clips of
expecting
them?
Atlanta.
like the three of them, Trae Young, John Collins, and DeJounte have played together in some like Drew League shit, and they look pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks
So-
like they already got some chemistry.
So how's
Yeah.
that starting lineup gonna look?
I think it
Trae
goes
won.
Trae, DeJounte, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins at the 4, Clint Capella at the 5.
Yeah, I'd say that.
And I think that's a pretty decent team. I think you definitely get way better. Because their depth was already pretty bad before that. and they were definitely a star-heavy team playing good players, a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, they gave up Gallinari, who then signed with Boston.
yeah,
Mhm.
which
And then
just
they
adds to
just-
Boston's depth again.
And
Oh
then
my
they gave
God.
up 3 first-round picks and then a pick swap in 2026.
Mhm.
So, like,
Whatever.
and in the NBA, like, with the 2-round draft,
Yeah,
who knows how
exactly.
Yeah.
much they hit.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing in the NBA these days is that you have to sell your future to be good for the
100%.
present.
Yeah, because
Because any other team will do it if you will not.
Yeah, because DeJounte said he was like this, like the Spurs like front office came up to me and said like you're not gonna gain anything here playing on our team. We'll just trade you so you can win.
Exactly.
And he was like,
That's a really cool thing to do from the Spurs.
Yeah,
that's
like,
a real
just-
big decision. But
It's
like, you know, you don't want to waste your guys if
Yeah.
you know nothing's gonna happen here. You know what I mean? And they want that Victor kid so bad. I know it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna turn
and
him
like
into
who
some
knows?
crazy-
Maybe if the Spurs like get good, if DeJounte turns out to be a free agent, maybe he just pays his respect back and
Yeah, maybe.
like signs back in San Antonio once they're like somewhat
You never
competitive.
know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know with athletes like in the NBA too, right? Maybe he.
Mhm. That Victor kid though, he's not going to the Spurs. I'm telling you, one more season, we got him. It's over.
I don't think Oklahoma City stay. Well, I mean, you can't really say though
We're
because
gonna get him.
at the end of the day, it's 3 teams. They all have the same odds.
I
for the
know,
first
but
pick.
I want him so bad.
Whoever gets lucky or whoever wants to
He's
pay the biggest price.
crazy. You know what
Who's
I'm talking
that?
about? Victor Wembanyama. He's some French kid, and he's
He's
on.
seven.
Oh, isn't he like?
You think
Is
he's
that
7?
like 7
Yeah,
foot kid?
I
who
think
can
he's
just,
Yeah,
7,
but
I
he
think
can
he's
shoot,
7'2".
dribble. He's like quick for his. He's like 7'3", 7'2", something like that, and he can shoot. Like, he's crazy. Like, unbelievable. I would say definitely. I don't know. I was gonna say like best prospect we've seen in a while, but he's up there for sure.
Oh
Like,
no, I think he's not the most hype prospect now because that was obviously Zion.
Yeah,
I
but
think he's by far the best prospect
like,
we've
he's
seen though.
unbelievable. Like, he can do
Since-
everything.
It probably could be since LeBron.
Yeah, like
Really?
he's unreal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
unreal.
insane.
He's literally the perfect NBA player.
If we could land him, OKC, it's raps, dude. But I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that front court if we do get him. He's a pretty
Yeah.
skinny guy.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
the thing is that Chet gets so much hate for being so skinny, but when you see this other kid,
Yeah.
that just isn't some skinny white kid. He's just
It's just because he's like
it's just
not.
because Chet's white and he
it's
kind of
Chet's
has like
actually-
a ego,
yeah.
whatever.
I mean,
People don't
he
like
is
him.
looking very slenderish. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if you don't know if you've seen this Victor Wembanyama kid, but
probably
he's
more skinny.
he's probably more skinny and he's taller.
yeah.
But he's just a really good
But
player.
he's just different. Like there's levels. You know what I mean? Like Chet's Chet. Like I'm happy to have him, but like it's like not even close.
No.
But
Like-
as soon as like you get on like the NBA diet or some shit,
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Like
Put
they
on-
might.
Well, you
like, if
fucking
he
look
puts-
at Giannis, dude.
Exactly.
yeah, exactly.
Kid
Like,
was
you
more
put on
brittle than a
40
Dorito.
pounds.
Exactly.
Yeah, Chet puts on 40 pounds. He's looking like a whole new man.
If we can score that Victor dude, like that's a good team. Like come on,
How old is he now?
Victor.
Yeah.
He'd be like my
19.
age. Yeah, like 19.
Really? He's already. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, like
He's getting drafted next year.
crazy. Like he played for like this Team France thing. Like it was like I don't know, college or high school or something, and they ended up playing Team USA in the finals, and they won. And he's the the guy. You know what I mean? Like the Team France, yeah, they might have
Yeah.
some other guys there here and there, but he was the guy. Like he, and it was Team USA. That was Chet was on that team. That
Chet,
was like
Jaden Ivey.
Jalen Ivey. Was it Shaden Sharp or something like that? I don't know. A couple dudes on that team, like NBA players right now, and he like single handedly basically took them down. So
Pretty sick.
he's tough.
Already looking for the future.
Yeah, I mean I have to.
Just
With
take
the
the season
Thunder,
by.
I got nothing else to look at.
That is true. Yeah.
I'm happy though. I like our team. Like I really do. I really like. I might just be biased, but I feel like we got a good.
No, it's a good starting base.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I think especially in the NBA, if you grow a team
Mhm.
rather than just put random pieces together,
Yeah,
that changes.
You got a way better
like
chance of actually being a
100%.
successful
Josh
team.
Giddey, Chet Holmgren, just as the start.
I think though,
I
if
like
Chet doesn't prove that he can be a piece for the future this year, I think Shea might be gone.
You think?
I think
That
he
would
might be on that
suck
DeJounte
ass.
Murray type of deal.
Which would be
Because DeJounte Murray makes his first All-Star team on that terrible San Antonio team.
Yeah.
Gone next offseason. What's stopping Shea from doing that this year?
That's
Yeah.
true.
and arguably I feel like Shea's better, but that might be biased.
No, I think they're probably around the same players.
Yeah.
They were both putting up insane stats on empty teams. so.
Yeah.
I mean, DeJounte putting up probably a little bit more stats.
I would hate
but-
for him to go, man. But he's not like I don't know. He's not old. You know what I mean? He's like 22, 23.
I
right
don't
now.
think. I think he's He's 23, 24.
Yeah, he was drafted. So he's the same age as Zion and Ja, I think. Or no,
I think Zion's
Or-
a year younger than we are, so 22.
Luca or he's the same age as Luca and them, I think.
Luca's a year younger than us, right?
Shay's
Yeah.
24.
24 now.
Yeah, he's 24. So you draft Chet and he's 19.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll
That's
see.
what I'm saying.
24 is not
He could
old
get
though. You
traded.
know, like having your like leading guard be the oldest guy.
Well, you got to think though. 24 means 25 next offseason. That's perfect trade value.
Yeah.
You trade a player right in his prime.
I would hope not though.
That was just a thought that I just had right there.
But
I could
if
see
Chet
it.
can prove himself, I see
That's
no-
what I'm saying,
yeah,
though.
like,
If
he's
Chet proves
actually nice
himself-
with it,
And Josh Giddey has an improved season. The Oklahoma City, they see this future going on. They don't get a top. That's the thing though, is that they wouldn't get a top 5 pick.
yeah, they could
So
still
they'd-
like even
You
if
could have a proven player and still get a top 5.
yeah, like if Chet
Well,
still
if all
balls
those
out, they-
if all those players end up doing what you think they're gonna do, they all end up having really good seasons. OKC probably wins like what 30 to 33 games.
yeah,
Then they get like 6, 7 pick.
that's chill though. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely not something to be.
Actually, they probably get a lower pick than that because that's like what the Lakers got.
If he was like
Lakers 133.
if they're like what like 11 seed, 10 seed area, that's a pretty low pick. If they're getting a
No,
pick
that's
there.
almost playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because,
Like that's a really low pick. Like if you lose as a 10 seed and play in, that's 14.
That's a pretty bad pick.
Yeah.
That's why it's a make or break year for OKC.
Yeah.
Make or break.
It is what it is.
There's a lot going on.
I hope for them. You know what I mean? Like I would let obviously like as a fan,
I think
like,
I if I were you, I'd be happy with either scenario. I don't think you can really
even
go
if they
wrong.
get rid of Shea, like obviously it's my favorite player, but like
You get rid of Shea, you get a whole bunch
they're
of more
gonna
draft
they're gonna
picks.
get more. Yeah, they're gonna get shit back, and then I would like to see him go somewhere actually where he can win games.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is probably
Yeah.
what he wants too. I don't know. He might be speaking in the front office already.
Yeah.
Which,
But yeah, this Victor guy, he's 7'2", has a wingspan of 7'8".
Yeah.
He's 209.
that yeah, like
Wingspan
that's still
of
209 though.
7'8".
209, like
That's
that's not very big. But
That's-
like,
What?
jeez.
How much does Chet Holmgren weigh?
I don't even think he's in the 200s, man.
Let's see.
I feel like he weighs 190.
That's crazy. Swear to God, at one point I weighed 190.
Yeah, it's scary to think that someone who's 7'2", I weigh more than.
Like that's so, but like that's I don't know. Like how do they gotta eat or something, man? I know it's
Oh,
all
it's
just
just genetics.
They
It's
probably
just
take in like easily 3,000 to 4,000.
Like, they're
He
eating, but
is
just
7 foot 195.
195, 7.
But this was
foot?
his draft profile, so
Still though, that wasn't that long ago.
I
Yeah,
know.
that wasn't that long.
No,
Oh my
That hasn't been a
God.
whole off season.
but that's how you see though is that Chet weighs what like 14 less pounds than Victor,
And
but
he's
he's
an
got
inch less.
he's 2 inches less, and
Yeah.
he's getting all this hate for that. It's
Yeah.
just people decide what they want to hate on. It means nothing. I think Chet will be good.
And like I know like KD is KD, but like, bro, he's skinny as fuck as
Exactly.
well.
He's an easy money sniper.
Yeah.
Easy money sniper.
Like
Katie actually weighs a decent amount. I've heard though. I've heard like I obviously looks really skinny, but I've heard he's actually
dense.
yeah. Like I've heard he
Dense.
weighs a pretty. Not that it really matters,
We'll
but
see his draft profile.
KD's was probably the worst out of anybody.
yeah, he's probably so
mean,
skinny back then. I've heard that
Giannis
Katie's sitting
couldn't have
like
been
220.
great either.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. The fact that Giannis went in the first round too.
Yeah,
I mean, again, it's
Everybody
only
knew
2
that
rounds,
was
but, like,
everybody knew that was a project.
yeah
for the
yeah,
Bucks.
It is definitely
the
worked
thing I don't
out.
get is like apparently a lot of GMs were like, oh, this Giannis guy's pretty good, but like they all pass up on him. Like not
Yeah.
a single one of them wanted him.
Project.
Yeah, just
What
crazy.
what pick wasn't he to? Like he was like the.
He was 15th, I think.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the teens, right?
Yeah.
Mid-teens, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently Toronto was like trying to give their freaking left knee to get him.
So-
They couldn't do it.
So Kevin Durant's draft profile was 6'10", 190.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's the same as Chet basically though, but
Yeah.
at 16.
Really close to Chat.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
probably the
2
same
inches
ratio.
Smaller, yeah, 5 inches.
Yeah.
And
Or
like
5
Chet's, so it's like, and one of my biggest pet peeves for drafts and stuff is shitting on them. Like people were calling Justin Herbert a bust before he even stepped on the field.
Yeah.
and now he's a
You
top
just
5
got, like,
quarterback
that's what I
in
love
the
to say.
league.
Just wait and see for them play.
Like literally, just
Yeah.
wait until his rookie contract
Yeah.
ends.
Mhm.
See how he is.
Jordan Poole's called the worst pick in the draft.
Yeah.
And if they suck, they suck. But like, at least let them suck. We'll wait until they suck, and
Yeah.
then be like, "Okay, he sucks." You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But like, I know it's call summer league whatever you want, but like, I mean, they have to play to their competition.
He was good.
Chet set the record for most blocks in a summer league game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Didn't he do it back to back?
No,
I'm
he,
pretty
he
sure
said he was
wanted
gonna.
to. He said he
but he
wanted
never-
to.
he
Oh,
didn't do it again.
But like, and Chet was like pulling up from 3, ISOing
The
guys.
only thing I saw that was a problem was whenever those big dudes would switch on him.
But you gotta think though is that if Chet plays in a good NBA team, good coach, good defense, good defensive set, it's different there. Because people aren't gonna let that happen. People help, people double team.
like that Kenny Lofton
Pressure gets
kid.
put on them. That was the most people overreact to that clip. So
That
stupid.
was so
It's
funny,
just
though.
one-on-one post up. That doesn't
Shit
happen
had
in
me
the
sad,
NBA.
bro. Like watching
That doesn't happen.
Kenny Lofton was kind of balling. But that guy, but here's the thing: Chet Holmgren's second overall pick. Kenny Lofton's undrafted player. It's
Exactly,
like
yeah.
whatever. It's if he was that good,
They
he
were
would
just
fucking
letting
do
it happen to him.
Yeah,
Because
Like-
summer league, it's individual. It's players trying to prove themselves to make the
Yeah.
roster. Nobody's going out there
that
trying
being
to
said,
help.
I
Chet
have
on
no clue why
Kenny.
Josh Giddey was even out there. Honestly,
Well, it's because
maybe just to get rid of the rust. But like, I don't know, man. I feel like he doesn't have to be there. Like,
he doesn't have
you didn't
to,
see
but
Cade
it's good
and
that
Scotty and Jalen Green, those guys, Evan Mobley, like none of those guys were out there.
but it's good that he wants to play that though. Because I
That's
think
true.
more players should want to play that.
Mm-hmm. Like I remember Lonzo and freaking Josh Hart ruled the summer league, bro, for like
Yeah.
2 straight years.
So Giannis's draft profile is 6'10", 205.
Yeah.
Now he weighs what, probably like 250.
Yeah, I don't even know.
That's crazy. All muscle. I wonder what
Nice.
LeBron's is, because he was like big back then too. Like he wasn't skinny.
Yeah,
LeBron
LeBron
was
actually
straight
looked
out of
kinda
high
filled
school.
out,
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah, and LeBron was like 17.
Giannis now is probably like 260.
I know this isn't basketball what I'm about to say, but have you guys seen this 14-year-old prospect for the NFL?
No.
I don't think so. Some
This
big,
guy-
some big boy.
Yeah, this guy, he's 14, and I think I have to look up the exact measurements, but like my brother was talking to me about him, and he already has like contract offers from like colleges.
Really?
Yeah, because NIL now.
Yeah, you can
That's
actually pay your
insane.
players.
Yeah,
like younger
basically
Melo.
buy. But while you find that, hey, Giannis now is 6'11",
So he
So he's-
grew.
242.
242.
Holy
So
crap.
basically 37 pounds of muscle
Yeah.
he's put on since coming to the league.
That's insane.
Dude,
So
this is like
Chet
a-
could be
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
you never know.
Like, don't shit on
and
players
even
too
if
early.
even if he stays decently skinny, like we said, we haven't even seen him play. Like we don't
Yeah.
even know. It might just work out.
You don't know how OKC's gonna utilize him, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So-
the one thing that makes me so annoyed about that is people keep saying like, "Oh, well, how is he gonna defend Giannis? How's he gonna defend Embiid?" Nobody does. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like nobody
Nobody
defends
can.
them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like why
get
are we putting it all on
lucky.
him to do it? Like
Yeah.
You get lucky when you just stand
Yeah.
in front of him and he misses a shot.
yeah, they
Exactly.
like they still average 28 points per game or whatever. Like I don't know. It's annoying.
This
but-
is the 14-year-old, by the way.
oh my.
Oh yeah,
God.
I've seen that kid.
Holy
He's
14.
14.
Like, that's the dude from Benchwarmers, bro.
Holy shit. Who's the
He's a
baseball player that's like
2025
6'8"?
prospect.
Tyler
Tyler Parker.
Fucking
What's his name? I don't know. I saw a clip of him. He did some crazy shit like a week ago or like 2 weeks ago. Some baseball player. I don't know. Some MLB guy. And he's like super tall or something.
Oh, the
Cruz?
shortstop guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah. He's like what, like
Dude.
6'8" or some shit.
He-
6'7".
He threw like
6'7".
100 and...
100,
Yeah.
I thought it
100
was
miles
9
per hour across the diamond.
Yeah.
Is he like a rookie or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
he's
it's
a
like his
rookie.
first or second year, something
Yeah.
like that.
That's insane. And
6'7".
he runs like Tyreek Hill, and he hit the hardest like single, and it was like 109 miles
So
per
he's
hour
like
off
that.
the bat.
And he has a drunk driving charge.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
What athlete doesn't?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Zach Wilson has, or Mac Jones has a drunk
What's
DUI.
the whole? Oh, I don't know if I'm thinking about if
And
it's
they're two
Zach Wilson or not.
completely
Like there's some drama with him. I saw it on like.
Oh, yeah,
Some,
bang
Oh.
his mom's best friend.
Yeah.
Wilson, yeah.
Yeah,
What
we've been
the
through that.
He's the
Yeah.
man. He's the man.
He's got that dog in him.
yeah.
He's got
I
the
think he's
dog
some
in
like polyamorous relationship or some shit. I don't know. There's some beef with his mom.
Well, there was a whole story. Like his ex-college teammate is like with his Zach Wilson's ex-girlfriend now.
Yeah.
And someone went on her profile and said like homie hopper, and then she's like, no, Zach Wilson's been fucking like his
Zach
best friend's mom.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's the homie
Yeah,
hopper
he's
for
a
banging
real
his
homie
mom's
hopper.
best friend.
That's
And then-
fucking hilarious.
And then she probably did it thinking like Zach Wilson's gonna get shit on. But then like Titans tight end Ozuma is walking in with a t-shirt saying Man of the Year with Zach Wilson's face
Yeah.
on it.
He's
Like
a
everyone's
beast,
on his
man.
side now. His MVP odds went up.
Dude, yeah,
That's
his MVP
crazy.
odds
Really?
actually went up.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That's great.
Everyone,
That's great.
yeah, after
Unbelievable.
all that,
So
he probably
funny.
like stayed in the hiding, and then after like a couple days, then he comes back on Instagram and posts like,
Yeah.
took the boys out to this country club. What I miss?
Yeah, like
Yeah, okay.
like
So
who
funny.
who
You know.
thought that saying, "Oh yeah, well you fucked this guy's mom" was gonna be an insult?
Yeah.
Like, that's lit, bro.
And considering Zach Wilson's mom, dime, her friends probably are dimes.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
dub. Respect Zach Wilson.
Yeah, he's not hitting a 5, that's for sure.
No
Yeah.
chance, yo.
And he's Mormon too. That's what's really funny.
Oh.
That's
So,
what
like,
it was.
The no
He's a
sex
Mormon.
before
Yeah,
marriage. That's probably like
it was something like that. Yeah.
out the window.
And it's
That's-
so funny because his college BYU Cougars.
Yeah, Cougars.
His
That's
tweets are
funny.
like "Go Cougars" or something
Yeah.
like
Oh
that.
my
It was
God,
like, what
what
was
a
he
troll.
really cheering for?
That's
what was he
funny.
really cheering
Respect
for?
to that though. Like
Exactly.
that's sick.
All right, should we go over some of these extensions?
Yeah, let's get it.
So I have 13 here, and 2 of them were free agent signings,
Okay.
or like that they went to different teams. So like Jokic is the
Mhm.
biggest one.
Pay the man.
5
Best-
years, 270, back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah. That's a
What
no-brainer.
are the Nuggets without
Yeah.
him last
exactly.
year?
Like you can fly through most of these. It's just gonna be like,
Yeah.
yeah, deserving. Or-
Jokic, Beal 5x251.
That was a little bit silly.
It's a
by the
little
Wizards.
crazy because like.
Fly by them.
Fly
they'll
by.
probably
Yeah,
be
I mean,
like
that one, and then I heard that one. Like, here's the thing.
Dumped him after two.
and I saw Beal underneath. I'm like, I don't think we're flying.
No,
through this
that
one.
one's not getting by.
Because-
too
Here's the
easy.
thing, though. Like, Beal has been their one guy for a couple of years or whatever. They had Westbrook, whatever, but nothing's happening.
I'm just
No.
surprised because he turned down his option to re-sign with Washington. It's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
I feel like it's like kind of like Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. It's like I feel like you could have gotten this money
Yeah.
elsewhere, even if you
Anyway.
signed like a 1 or 2 year deal with like someone else. And like
Mhm.
I feel like Washington is.
Yeah.
What is it with Washington
and
having?
the
like,
thing is, he has the only true no trade clause in the NBA.
like why would you set that up for yourself?
No idea.
And like,
No
what
idea.
I find
Him
so.
and Chris Stapps are fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
They just really like each other. And Rui Hashimura,
Yeah.
Denny Avdija, Corey Kispert,
trash,
they're all
man. They're
just
trash.
buddies.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm not a freaking multi-millionaire, but to me, like, the difference between 28 million or whatever and like 40 million, I feel like it's not that much. I know it's a lot, but like, I don't know, man. Like,
I think anytime you clip 35 million, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Like, you don't notice shit.
like if I had 70
For me,
million.
it's anything over like 100 grand, but that's me.
If I had 70 million compared to 75 million, but I had like 2 different options and the 70 was a lot better than 70, like what the who fucking cares? Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to stress. Like they have more money they'll
and,
ever
and
need.
the thing is,
regardless.
like his taking less is like what 225 million instead of 250, and you
Yeah.
go to a better team. Like that's
Yeah.
taking less.
and he could have easily gone somewhere. I was preaching for the longest time. I wanted him to go to the Mavericks, and then I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's like in the NHL. Nathan McKinnon, he preached because he has the best barring contract in the league. He signed for like 6.3 AAV like early, and now
Mhm.
he's like top 3 player in the league.
yeah,
He has one more year at 6 million.
Mhm.
Right? And he said he's like, I'm gonna take less on my next contract too because I want to, but like, he's not signing another 6.3 a
Yeah.
year. Like his less is like 10 million
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he's worth like 13.
yeah,
Right.
like
So it's like Beal, if he takes less, he's not gonna be making 18 a year.
yeah.
He's gonna be making 30 a year as opposed
Yeah.
to 40 or
Exactly.
something.
And like
right?
I just don't see what the appeal is to stay there. Like
Yeah.
they probably don't care if he leaves. Like honestly, like I don't think Washington fans are like, oh, Beal left.
do you think they
Like,
just kind of like trade him in a year or something like that?
Well, there you have it. He has the only
Yeah, he
no
can
trade
just
Oh,
tell him
clause.
he doesn't
fuck,
want
I
to.
just-
The
Yeah,
true,
you
the
just
only
said that.
true
He's
no
stuck, like,
trade
he's just
clause.
there. And, like I
I'm-
don't know what they're gonna do with that, but
I'm
I think
confused.
maybe he just
Well,
doesn't really care about winning anymore.
Maybe he's on that Dame Lillard bullshit where he's like,
Yeah, it
well,
doesn't
run
it's
from
the
like-
grind.
maybe he's hoping
Doesn't
people
run
will
from
come
the
here or
Yeah.
come to Washington and then they can see what happens for that. But I don't know.
Or-
Like
Does Washington have anything to like give up though for?
Kuzma.
they got some
Kyle
younger. They
Kuzma.
got some
yeah,
younger
the
dudes.
GOAT.
Kuz,
He's
they
the
got
GOAT.
Rui. They got like Danny. That's not much though. But like you know what I mean. Like
You
it's
know, they don't
it's
have anything.
something.
like we were saying though, with like how the contracts don't really aren't really contracts, right? Couldn't he open it up and be like, yeah, actually, I want to revert my no trade clause? Because, like, Russell Wilson last year, no trade clause. I want to stay in Seattle. Well, I like these 3 teams, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, if I were to get traded,
let's
I'd
say
want to go to
hypothetically.
So wait, well,
you're requesting a trade.
the trade clause is kind of the no trade clause thing. I don't really understand because you're basically saying I don't want to leave, so you cannot trade me if you want to.
It's
I
like
need
you
permission.
can't trade me mid-season like that one player was where he was like on the bench.
Yeah, who was
in an
that?
NBA game.
Harrison Barnes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, yeah, actually, you've been traded. It's well, this is bullshit.
But the whole idea is kind of. I mean, I get like, okay, yeah, you want to have it just in case you want to stay, but like, I don't know.
Make it like a modified where it's like 12 teams you can't be traded to, and then everyone else is open.
Yeah.
But like a full no move. I guess he just has found a home in Washington.
They're just like
At
caveman.
this point, he's like, I'm
contracts.
just committed to staying. Maybe he's just like looking around the league. He's like, no, I don't like fit anywhere. Maybe like
Maybe
he's
he just really likes
But I
Washington.
feel like
he
he
has
could
a
fit in
family
so
there.
many places. I think he's a perfect player for a lot of places. Cause you know what I mean, like. Just teams that need that extra little snap, little spark. Like he gets buckets.
He's one of the best scorers in the league.
Yeah,
right?
like he's not a liability
He
player.
He wasn't that good.
He's alright last year. He's nothing crazy, but he was
He was like 22.
He was what, like a
last year.
30
He was
points.
He was
before?
30 the year before that.
Yeah,
20. I think he was 20.
27 the year before that as well.
Yeah.
The year with Westbrook, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like whatever. I guess like he can do whatever he wants. His money. It's his choice. But personally, like. Nothing's ever gonna happen there. Like they're literally, if I was in that organization, I wouldn't even want to be there. Like there's nothing ever gonna happen. They have no draft picks. They have no young players that are actually good. Like it's
they just like don't do anything.
they're arguably the least fun team. Like I could care literally less about. Like there's
in terms of like teams that you forget are in the league. Washington Wizards are up there.
like
Yeah,
what
I was
team?
almost, like
and
forgetting
also-
their whole fucking name.
No,
It's like I know
don't
they're from
do it.
Washington.
What team is less interesting than the Wizards? Honestly.
Before Sacramento making moving weight.
Even then, though, they still had guys like De'Aaron Fox who's young. So
That's
at least,
true.
like, anyone that has young teams are interesting because we want to see what happens when they get good or, like, when they get older. And they
Orlando.
traded for... Even then, they got Paolo first round.
Yeah,
overall.
no, but
they
like-
got Paolo.
But like
I'd say
prior,
before
but like
that,
I did
yeah.
forget about
Mm,
Orlando.
but I would say
the
they're...
only reason why like Orlando sticks out to me is back to Aaron Gordon's dunk contest.
That's
it.
true.
And their past team.
But I actually liked the Orlando team. Maybe that's just because I watch more than like an average fan. But like I like the Cole Anthony, like always getting hyped in the interviews and shit. And they have some decent young guys that are kind of like will they won't they get good, like Markelle Fultz, Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter guys. Like you never know. I don't hate that team. I'd still say Wizards are more boring.
Houston
Yeah,
was kind of like that, but then it's like, oh yeah, James Harden used to play for them.
Yeah, you know
So
what I
did
mean.
Russell Westbrook.
Like you think about like it's like if everyone left the Warriors, people are still gonna be like it's the Warriors. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
you anyone could be like, oh, who do you think's winning the championship this year? They'd be like, the Warriors.
Warriors
It's
or
like,
something.
well, that's a good pick.
Yeah, like you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll run through some more because that was our second one that we
Okay, I'll
We're
try
gonna
it.
breeze by.
Quick fire.
Booker 4x224.
Can't say
No
much about it.
brainer.
He's,
No brainer.
he's the guy.
Levine 5x215.
Yeah.
Morant
Whatever.
5x193.
Can't say anything
No
about
brainer.
that. Yeah.
Levine should have gone somewhere else. Though.
Same
Yeah,
with
Levine shouldn't have been.
same with Williamson.
Yeah.
Same with Darius
You
Garland.
can say stuff about the Zion one, but I will never. I'll stand
No,
by him.
yeah,
for
they had to
everything.
pay.
No,
That-
they had
those
to
are just
Yeah.
all those guys that are on rookie deals
Those
that
are the
have
max
to get
rookie
extensions.
Like I'll stand by Zion for everything.
Those are the max rookie
100%.
extensions.
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause
so
people
excited.
forget he averaged like what 27 and
Yeah, he was on like
Yeah, he was unbelievable.
65%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Lillard we went through 2x121. Cat 4x224. Same
Can't
as
say anything
Booker.
about that. Yeah.
Jalen Brunson to the Knicks.
Okay, that one.
4x104.
I might
we'll
sound
revisit
like-
it. Let
Yeah,
me
okay,
run
okay,
through
okay.
some more. Your boy Lou Dort 5x87.5.
That's fire.
Harden turns down his option and then re-signs 2 years 68.
That's great. for
Um,
Philly.
One of my favorite players in the league, Bobby Portis, just because his
Bobby.
eyes are basically
OG.
sticking out of his head.
OG
That's
Bobby.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4x49, and then PJ Tucker, which I think is a pretty good sign for Philadelphia.
Not bad.
3x33.
It's an expensive one, but it's one that you do because you're all in on winning.
Yeah.
And that's what James Harden taking the pay cut was for, is so they get PJ
Yeah.
Tucker and the other guy's gonna help them win.
Yeah, because PJ Tucker can guard. He can guard the front court.
Anything.
He could.
Almost.
He
Like,
played center for the Rockets.
Yeah.
For
No,
God's
that's what I'm
sake.
saying. Is like, yeah, he's.
He can
Where's
do
he
anything.
been, yo? I actually don't know.
PJ Tucker.
Yeah, where's he
Wasn't
been
he
up
on the
there?
Bucks?
I thought he was.
No,
No, I thought he was.
no. He was on
he was on the
Miami.
Celtics.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
on
he was on
Miami.
Miami.
Oh,
That's right.
That JK, I want to go to the Jalen Brunson one. I might sound like a casual. I don't really get it. I don't get the hype. man.
No, that's not a casual.
I really don't get the hype.
I think they just saw the games where Brunson turned up when Doncic
Listen,
wasn't
it's
playing.
New York Knicks.
I was gonna
They
say, if any Knicks
they
just go
find
for anything.
any player that they could ever recruit, and they will pay him whatever they need
Yeah.
just to get him to come to New York because
Yeah.
they need something to root for.
Yeah.
Anything.
And I mean, he might be a cool fantasy pick, but I don't really know. I don't really see the hype. He's aight. He's cool. He showed me basically in one season that he was pretty good. Like, all
Yeah.
right.
What was he making? 26 a year? Yeah.
I think he signed 4-year 104, I think.
Yeah, so 26 a year.
Yeah.
That's chill, like whatever. But like, still, I don't really get the hype. Because a lot of people are like, no way, like Jalen Brunson left, and the Knicks on Jalen Brunson. I don't really care.
Well, you got to take into the Mavericks as well as that they lost them.
Yeah.
Which is like that's more of a blow
But
than
I was gonna say it's more of a Mavericks loss than a
Yeah.
Knicks
New York
win,
Knicks
which is
win,
weird to say because
They signed him.
yeah.
Which is really
But
stupid.
I also think just like Brunson provided depth for Dallas.
Exactly.
They don't have any more.
Yeah.
But
Knicks are
like
yeah.
the reason why it's not as much of a win for the Knicks is because Brunson ain't the answer.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not gonna really change anything.
He's
Brunson
not gonna
can't be
make-
the guy.
He's not going to make Julius Randle shoot efficiently. And
Why is Julius Randle still there?
Because who else is going to take him?
That's
He's
true.
getting paid so much and he stinks.
They're another one of
What's
those
his
teams.
contract
They
looking
suck
like?
ass, bro. They got nothing going
Oh,
on there.
I don't know. They signed him to a big deal. I think they signed him.
Let's see, Randle.
I thought they signed him like to a 5-year, like 172 or something.
It's definitely a 5-year. That sucks.
Julius.
He sucks though. You know what I mean? Or not? Or sorry, I should say him. The Knicks suck. The Knicks are like they just suck. They're another like Wizards team. You know what I mean? Only thing I like to cheer for is RJ because he's a Canadian. If he wasn't there, I wouldn't care. They got nothing there as well. Like,
Yeah.
they suck.
I mean, the thing with he signed a 4-year 117.
It was 4, but still,
Oh,
That's
okay.
not that bad.
I don't know though. Like, is he? But he sucks. Like, he's not that good.
He had like one good year.
Like, he was
He was
really
one
He was an
bad.
improved player.
Yeah.
He had one good year and it was playing for the Knicks. Well,
Yeah.
no,
Well,
the
he
years
also had some
no.
really good years with
The,
New
the
Orleans.
years before that they
Yeah,
were good,
yeah,
but he
but-
was never that guy. He had that 1 year on the
Yeah.
Knicks where he
Yeah.
was that guy.
Yeah.
One most
But
improved.
last year he was
Now
so
he's just
bad.
gone. But the thing is, he's not gone bad. He's just gone back to the player he was before, and
But that's-
his
in my
efficiency
eyes-
dropped off.
In my eyes, that's
he still
so bad.
shot like he was that guy.
Like getting worse, like declining. I feel like that's just it's always bad.
But I mean, that's 2 seasons, right? That's like his best season, and then that's like a mid season. So I say this season.
We'll see. Yeah, sorry, I'm going against my own
Plays-
thing. We'll see
Yeah.
how he does. Yeah, but I don't know. I hate the Knicks. I feel like they're just such a like fraud ass. Like
Bold
they
statement.
think they're the
Dead
Lakers,
team.
and they're just not. You know what I mean? Everyone they're like, oh, the Knicks are the biggest market in basketball. But like, why?
well,
New
they
York.
are.
Yeah, but like,
They
other
are.
It's
than
kind
that,
of like the
they
why?
Mets, though, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone
guess,
just
yeah.
hates the Mets.
But they just
and
got
it's like,
nothing.
Why?
Like, what am I cheering for out there? You know what I mean? Like, I would never be
Well,
like,
they're
oh,
still
the
they
Knicks.
still are the biggest market though, and they have the most money.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
That's like all New York teams except for almost like the Yankees. You know what I mean? You think about every New York team.
They got money
Maybe the
behind 'em.
Rangers, the Islanders are somewhat good, but like they're the biggest market. But it's like
They don't
most of
play
your sport
like a.
teams suck ass.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing wrong out
You
there.
have,
Like,
like 2 in every sport.
Exactly.
yeah, that's yeah. You gotta think like, why do they like in every sport they actually have like more than one team and they still suck. in
Just
all of
because,
them.
just because purely they're the biggest market. Well, it's like maybe you should take it down to 1.
Yankees
Yeah.
are good though, right?
Yankees are good. Mets
Yeah.
are good as well.
Mets are
They're
good.
both like top 5 teams in the MLB right now.
Yeah,
That's
they're
good.
just. Yeah, no. The Knicks and the Mets are just extremely hated on.
Knicks just suck. I hate.
Who would you say is more hated on, the Rangers or the Islanders?
The Rangers,
right?
1000%.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just because people care
Rangers
more.
have terrible fans.
Yeah.
People
See?
care more about the Rangers. Islanders are kind of like the less talked
Upcoming
about.
team.
Yeah. You know
Well,
what I
what was it, that Rangers guy that just completely knocked out that
Knocked out
Tampa
the
Bay
Tampa Bay
fan?
guy, yeah.
Out cold, almost killed the guy.
Did you guys see that video?
I don't think I have.
Oh
mean?
man,
Well,
When
it
they
was,
they got in that
bad.
fight with
it was in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they were
Oh,
walking out
yeah,
of MSG, And the guy was saying go Tampa or go Lightning or whatever, and the guy just turns around and like
Clocks him.
hammer
Oh,
fists him in the face
yeah.
and knocks it.
Players.
Yeah,
knocks him
No.
out
I
cold.
saw that. Was it that? That was on like not like a escalator, but it was like.
It was
No,
kind
it
of
was
on
a-
like a walkway.
Yeah, it was it was
like
something like
to
that.
an escalator
Yeah,
or something. Yeah.
something like that.
And
I saw
the
that was
fan
bad.
showed up the next day wearing like Go Rangers shirt.
in court because
So
he got
bad.
like
Swag.
he got like some lawsuits pressed against him.
Yeah, well, hey, you
Like,
deserve
charges
it.
and stuff. I
So,
mean,
yeah.
like
People
New
take
York
sports
someone
markets
was committed
Too
murder.
serious
like,
sometimes, man.
His face caved in.
Yeah, some people take this too serious.
Yeah, I was insane. Any more opinions on any of the contracts?
I don't know.
Um,
I think we were talking about Zach LaVine before a little bit.
yeah,
Zach LaVine,
I mean, I don't have much to say about it, but like I don't think Chicago's really the right spot. But that's also where he's been at. It's kind of hard for like him to be the guy, and then people come in, and then you leave. It's kind of
Yeah.
tough there, but I don't know if it's gonna work. I
think
know.
he wanted. I think he wanted a bigger role, but Chicago couldn't give it to him. But they were the place that was going to give him the most money. They've been the most loyal to him, so he
Yeah.
kind of just went back, and they kind of want to run it back because they had a good team last year. Injuries affected them, and they kind of want to see where they are again. But I don't think Chicago is good enough either. They spend a lot of money, but. And
I do like
their team.
they're
I like
signing.
their
They're
team.
re-signing Vucevic as well, but that team's never gonna
Yeah.
like make it.
like they're
to,
a
the
fun
conference
team, but I
finals.
don't see a world where they beat the Bucks or the
Yeah.
Celtics or the Sixers. Or
I
any
think
of those teams.
Hawks could arguably be a better
Yeah.
team than them.
I like the every guy there is like a guy that you want to root for. Like
Yeah.
you want to root for DeMar,
Yeah.
you want to root for.
I think
Lonzo.
you give them like their start of season kind of vibes. You know how they were just first in the East.
Mid-season
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
I think it was a bit of like I guess beginner's luck, but like more of just they had the hype going and they were playing in a good time and they were all healthy and they were really into it. And then they kind of started to figure them out. And they figured out that their defense was terrible. They figured out their offense and they just kind of just fell off. They weren't really who they thought they were. And then that kind of deflated them throughout the whole season, and that's how they went to shit.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Last thing, you guys want to go over some win totals here?
Yes. Yes.
So I'm on covers.com and it's odds courtesy of Points Bet. I'm assuming you've seen them.
I've seen a couple of them. I mean, when I'm opening at Leo's, I'm watching NBA Today on TV, and they always talk about them, but all they ever talk about is like the fucking Warriors,
Yeah.
the Celtics, the Lakers.
Ben, have you seen them?
I have not gonna. lie.
Who do you think has the most projected wins for this upcoming season?
Well, in the East or the West.
Just do
like
both.
total?
Just like
in
the
total,
NBA
I would guess. I'll ask for a hint. Like, are they like kind of biased to the big name teams, or is it like pretty?
Well, it's the teams that you'd expect to win the most.
Okay, I would say.
I would say this team as well. And I'm not like the
Milwaukee?
biggest. I'm not the biggest basketball watcher.
I was gonna say Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's top 4.
Number one.
They're number one for a reason.
It's Golden State.
No.
Ooh. Damn.
Did you just tell them?
Yeah, let's hear
It's
it.
Boston. No, it's
Oh, is
Boston.
it?
It's Boston.
It's Boston now?
Yeah.
55 and a half.
Really?
Really?
Phoenix is tied for second.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
still standing by the Bucks.
Now, who is Phoenix tied for second with?
Milwaukee.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. The Warriors.
What? Wasn't that?
It's
weren't
the
we-
Sixers?
Clippers, isn't it? Clippers?
The Clippers.
Clipper.
Yeah.
I can see it though. Slept on team, man.
Clippers
Okay, well
have
then the
a
list
lot
I
of
was
hype
looking
right now.
at because they had the 3. It was 52 and a half.
There's no way
tied for
Milwaukee's
3.
not 1, 2, 3 though. That's crazy, my
Oh,
opinion.
Boston here.
Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix makes
Milwaukee,
sense.
though?
Clippers and Milwaukee was all tied for 3rd. The one I was looking at least.
Okay, so what? Number
Yeah.
one
Ah.
is
This is as of August 5th,
I already
2022.
number one's Celtics,
So maybe
Celtics,
yours is
Phoenix,
a bit more
Clippers.
updated.
Yeah, let me
Milwaukee.
see mine here.
Golden State, 5. Miami 5.
Golden State, Memphis, Denver, Philadelphia are at 50 and a half, according to this.
No Miami. That's kind of wild. Underrated.
What's Miami's at? Because this is
49 and a half.
yeah.
So
So
they're
this
game
is
under.
this is where we talking. You say,
This
you
is 4
think-
days old though, so maybe it's.
do you think you go over or under for
Oh.
Miami?
I say,
49 and a half wins. Over.
I go
under?
over.
This
Over?
one was last
Yeah.
updated August 9th, 2022.
Alright,
I
so
don't
go
see a
through
world
yours
where their
then.
team got worse. You know what I mean? They were over 49 this year. No.
Yeah. No. They were
So
one
Hayden,
seed.
just
Yeah,
go over
exactly,
yours
right?
then.
Exactly.
That's bro. They got him way too low.
Like how
Well, I
far
think-
off is it?
I think there's a lot of mistakes.
for-
There's a lot
Like
of
how
mistakes
far
in those
off
win
is it
totals.
from this?
Yeah,
Let's see.
Like is
I think
Boston
Miami's
first?
a sleeper to win
At
it all.
55 and a
honestly.
half?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
A sleeper. I mean,
Phoenix,
I don't think
52 and a half,
A
Clippers
sleeper.
Miami's a
And
pretender.
Milwaukee
They're
was
a
You
regular
think?
season team.
I like Miami though. I like Tyler.
Miami's a
Hero.
regular season
And
team.
then Golden State was
What-
the one at 51 and a half.
What is because I was looking at it this morning. What is Sacramento's on there?
I'm gonna guess.
I have it right here.
I guess 32
I was
ish.
gonna guess 36 and a
Close.
half.
It's 33, isn't it?
32 and a half.
Yeah, so over under 33 pretty much.
They're gonna win more than that.
That's
in
what I'm
my
saying.
opinion.
That
That's
is an
crazy.
absolute lock. The
Like, do
only
we think
thing
they're below
the
500?
the only thing, what?
Do you think they're below 500?
Yeah, I think they probably go
38?
I think they go 40 and 42 this year.
Ooh.
There's some teams
I would
on
take
here where
that,
you,
though.
I'm gonna
I
guess.
would
I'm
really
gonna guess
take that.
38 and 44.
That's a good guess as well. I just hope that they make the play in. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like you see a team like
Yes.
that. And it's just hard because of how competitive the top like 11 is. Like it's one of those good teams just aren't going to make it.
Yeah. You just want some competitive basketball when it comes around.
Exactly.
money,
I just want
you know?
something to root for. I've
Yeah.
been dying for it.
What do we see in?
It's so tough.
Where we see in OKC? I know.
OKC is probably at 22 wins.
That's so fucked. Come on, yo, disrespectful.
They're not at 22. They are at
30.
26 and a half.
Oh.
I'll take it.
I was gonna guess like 30.
That's what I
was-
think.
I was
30
thinking
wins.
because I saw what I was looking at this morning. It was like Utah, OKC, and Houston were all at like 23, 24, 25.
Yeah. See, like my site has them at 25.
San Antonio's gonna be the
Yeah.
worst team in the league. By
On this
far.
one, guess the two bottom teams.
Spurs and
Houston.
Houston. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
23 and a half wins over under.
Yeah.
Too close. They're
The
right next to each
Pacers
other.
went from being like nice to 24 and a half over under.
I'm
think
taking
it's-
over. I'm
yeah, I'll
taking
take it
over.
over.
on
I don't think
that.
they're that bad,
I'm taking
though.
over on that.
I like Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton, he's a dog. Oh
What
my
else do they got going on
God, he's
there?
so good.
They got Miles Turner.
Miles
Tyrese.
Turner. They've got Miles Turner. They got Benedict Mathurin now. Great rookie.
True.
Great pick.
Canadian.
Great pick. Jalen Smith. They got O'Shea Brissett. They got I forget one other
So
guy.
what was it? 24 for them.
Searching up their depth.
Chris
chart
Duarte.
Right now.
That's
Yeah.
a decent team.
It's
Halliburton,
not bad. That being said, though,
Mathurin, Buddy Hield.
Oh, they still have Buddy as well.
but like,
Like,
They'll
I would-
offload
I would
him.
definitely take that one over the Pistons 28 and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't think Pistons will be that.
I like
good either.
Pistons team, but
Pistons. Cade Cunningham will probably have a breakout year.
Yeah.
I like
don't-
Sadiq Bey.
Yeah,
You know, they got who they just drafted, Jaden Ivey.
Jaden Ivey,
He's chill.
and they got Jalen Duran.
Yeah, actually, nah, but those are all young guys. I can't.
But
really,
I'm saying, like, how do you look at Detroit and say they're definitively better than Indiana when they have?
they just have
the-
names. And
But
stuff.
yeah, that's the thing. They have names of unproven young players
Yeah.
versus Indiana, who have a bunch
like
of
Jaden
proven
Ivey's one of those
younger
guys that it's like
players.
it's kind of like a Jalen Green guy. You know what I mean? Big
Yeah.
name, like lots of skill, but we'll see. You know,
You
he
never
might
know
be-
because you got to play Jaden Ivey with Cade Cunningham now.
yeah.
Pacers also got T.J. McConnell, who got a triple-double last year with steals.
Dude,
TJ
I-
McConnell's coming
Someone
back.
had him in our fantasy league.
Yeah, Jonas
I
had him.
believe.
He had like 73 fantasy points. that
Yeah,
year.
it's crazy.
Insane.
Triple double with steals.
Yeah, he had 10
Yeah.
steals.
He had 9 steals in like at like halftime. And
Yeah.
he got like one more, which is like whatever. But like that would have been kind of cool because he was this close. Like, what's the record? Like 11,
I
12?
think it's
Crazy.
12.
Yeah.
That's
Imagine who were they playing? There's the Cavs, right? I remember.
Yeah, I
'cause
can't exactly remember who they were
It was
playing.
like Sexton
I thought they were
and Garland
playing-
had like.
I thought they were playing like someone a bit better than Cleveland. I know Cleveland was like, were they above expectation last year, Cleveland?
Oh yeah,
Or was it
100%.
Like,
Sorry.
so I
Well,
thought-
they were expected to be pretty bad. Then they had this unreal start where they were like the 1, 2, 3 seed for like
Yeah.
the first half
And they
of the
kind
season.
of fell.
And then
They're
they
just
fell
trickling
off
down,
so
but they were
hard.
decent. I think
They didn't even make the playoffs. How are you like the 1 seed in what's it called? The 1 seed at the halfway through the season. Well, I don't know if they were fully 1 seed, and then they don't even make the playoffs. It's embarrassing.
So comes off the bench for ultra rare form of triple double. Right now it's not saying. Oh yeah, against the Cleveland Cavaliers, 16 points, 13 assists, and 10 steals.
Crazy.
And a comeback win. 114, 111.
This is so out of nowhere, but do you guys remember that game? It was the Cavs versus the Nets like 2 years ago, and Sexton had
Yeah,
like
I remember
50 or
that
some
because
shit.
I had Sexton, Harden, Kyrie,
Yeah.
and KD in fantasy. I had all of them. They all
That
put
was
up like 70 points. remember?
Crazy
It
game.
was so good.
That was one of the best games I've ever seen live.
That's
Swear to
insane.
God, it was nuts. They
I
just kept
remember.
going.
I remember. I was on hallucinatic drugs, and I looked at my phone, and I was like, "There's no way this is real. I'm not looking at this right now. I'm like, I don't have 4 players and 70 points." So I just put my phone down.
That was nuts. So that was a crazy game.
Like, I'm probably looking at weekly totals.
Yeah,
right
I'm like,
now.
"There's no way this is actually happening."
that actually happened with we were in a WNBA fantasy league,
Oh my
and they
God.
show weekly totals. I'm like, these girls are fucking crazy, man. I was like, I looked at the day, they all like 100 points. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, maybe I should be watching this shit, dude. Like,
cracking out.
yeah, but it was just a week. So it was
Yeah.
actually pretty.
Yeah,
It's
I-
terrible.
Yeah.
It's what you'd expect from
Yeah.
the WNBA.
Fantasy hockey, I was because you can look at the matchups and who you're playing,
Mhm.
and I just clicked on his team and then I was like, John Carlson has 40 points right now. It was like fantasy hockey, and I'm like, Ovi
Oh
has
my God.
50. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But then I was
Nice.
like, oh, it's Thursday. It's going into Thursday.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not coming back from this. I'm like, there's no chance I'm winning this week.
Yeah.
If this guy's putting up that many.
Yeah. Fantasy points always confused me back when I first started. I was so confused. I didn't understand them.
Or
I
like
just
when you think you're in like a PPR league for like football and you're actually in like a standard, you're like, how the fuck does he have 10 catches
Dude,
but only
I
like 6 points?
Yeah.
Wait till fantasy football starts back up.
You're not even in the league
I
yet.
just can't
Which
wait
one?
to donate my
The
money.
Leo's one?
He wins.
Oh, I'm not. I didn't join yet. Oops. Okay, well, I will join. I won last year, so
Yeah.
kind of high. But I got lucky because I barely even watched football before that year, and I drafted all the Bengals guys just
Then
cause.
the breakout season
I
happens.
like
Jesus
yeah.
Then you win.
I had
Then you
okay, so
win.
I had Patrick Mahomes. My first pick was McCaffrey. I think number 1 pick. And
That's
he didn't,
terrible.
He didn't even play,
Yeah.
but whatever. But I
Still
drafted
won.
Jamar Chase. I drafted
T.
T. Higgins. Yeah, I had who else? Fuck, it was a while ago. But who's a running back that's also for them? Joe
Mixon?
Mixon. Yeah, I had him too. He was crazy.
Yeah, pop off here.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
you
remember.
got McCaffrey and Mixon.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And Chase?
Yeah, but Chase, I got him like way later on because no one really.
Rookie.
No, because
Yeah.
and everyone was shitting on him because he wasn't
He
catching
couldn't
anything
catch
in
a ball.
training
Yeah,
camp.
Yeah.
training camp. Yeah.
And I honestly got lucky. I didn't even know what was happening. And then I picked up
Well,
some.
then if you
dude.
got Burrow too, Burrow had like the.
Oh, I didn't
best-
have him. That was the one guy, which I was.
Oh.
I wish
Well, I mean, you
I
had Mahomes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was still kind of
Yeah.
chilling there. And then I had my backup QB. Not that it really mattered, was Jalen Hurts, and he was crazy
solid
fantasy
backup
wise.
QB,
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a points per first down league. And
Oh.
so it was a little bit different. And my team on paper was so good. I was so happy. I had I had Jalen Hurts,
Mm.
who I'm like, this guy isn't really a franchise quarterback, but fantasy
Fantasy
can
he's
run.
he's
Fantasy
top
dog.
5,
Yeah.
right? And he finished as QB number 2 that
Mhm.
year. I had Saquon, Alvin Kamara,
Oh.
Terry McLaurin, Jamar Chase. I might have had Diggs as well.
No, I don't think
Damn.
you had Diggs.
I had
You had
like
people though.
I had such a fucking good team, and I'm like, yo, I might not lose.
Yeah.
I didn't make playoffs.
Got
That's the
unlucky
worst.
with
all
That's
my,
the worst.
because all my players got hurt.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin didn't have a quarterback thrown to him, so he had like no
Nothing.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Who was your tight end? Because I had Mark Andrews as well, which is
think I
a
had
bucket.
Mark Andrews won me
Yeah.
so many
I
weeks.
think
This
I
is
had, I
crazy.
think I had Mike Gesicki,
Nah.
who's a top 8 tight end maybe now.
Yeah, but when you say like top 8 to like top 4, it's like nothing.
Yeah, the tight end position for
it's a
fantasy is
kickoff,
like
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
it's
It's a major punt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who was on number 1 tight end? Was it
Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I just hit on everything there. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened. I was just drafting the top guy at each spot. I was like, I don't even know.
The best trade I made all season, actually, in that same league, I picked McCaffrey
Oh.
3rd overall because we did a 2 QB league.
Oh.
So it went Allen Mahomes. Should have went quarterback. But
Mhm.
then I ended up trading Chuba Hubbard and McCaffrey and one more for like Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, and one other person.
What
Best
a
trade.
dub, dude.
Yeah.
McCaffrey, like, I don't even know. Like, where do you think he goes next year? Because, like,
People are still putting him at the 101.
Really?
102. Yeah.
No, I think he's top 3 still, because his high.
But
like,
his
you're drafting
highs are
him for
high.
He
Yeah.
literally had like his weeks that he
Dude,
were
he's
in.
the
He
Anthony
didn't
Davis.
score a touchdown, and
Yeah.
he still finishes the
Yeah.
RB1.
the perfect
But
comparison.
does
is
he
Anthony
go over?
Davis.
Yeah, pretty
when
much.
he plays and he's healthy?
He's dominant.
He's like top 5 player in
Yeah,
fantasy.
Yeah, he's
but he's always
unreal.
fucking.
But do you
hurt.
take him over John Taylor and
no, Jonathan
Derrick
Taylor,
Henry?
Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
I would take those two.
Yeah.
Depends what league. If it's PPR, I'm taking
Who's
McCaffrey
the-
too.
Who's the number 1 wide receiver you take this?
Cooper
Two.
Kupp.
Okay, that's a stupid question. Other than Cooper
Or
Kupp,
Justin Jefferson.
I was gonna say
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
I might run it back with Jamar though. He was nutty.
Jamar could still be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could be like Devontae Adams kind of has fallen off. A
Yeah,
little.
Stephon
But I
Diggs.
mean,
is
like,
still-
hey,
yeah,
I'm-
Diggs.
I'm not shitting on the Adams car connection until I see it because they're
Mhm.
running back from college days.
Oh, and I had Hunter Renfro as well. He was a
Renfro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
I
a-
have Renfro.
because I mean,
Yeah.
like, because I know it was obviously more recent from like college to pro, but like Burrow and Chase were college guys and they fucking lit it
Yeah.
up. Adams and Carr were college guys. They have that connection. You never
Mhm.
really lose a connection with a guy. You still know how he plays, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, they have a little bit more experience in the pros from
Yeah.
college,
Mhm.
so it's not as
Mhm.
electrified. But I'm excited to see how Carr and Adams play
For
together.
sure. Yeah.
That's always the worst in fantasy when you draft a player and then they get injured. Like a high pick overall.
Dude, that
Like, I
first
drafted-
overall pick,
I
man.
drafted Damian Lillard first overall. Well, not first in the draft.
Like your
but
first
Yeah,
pick?
my first pick. I think I had like 7 last year.
Yeah.
I had 7. I took Dame, and then I had my second pick. I took AD.
Yeah.
But-
I basically was in the same spot. Who did I go? I went Paul George 1 and then
Beal.
Beal. Yeah. Two
Yeah.
guys. that
I
just-
got lucky though. I got a little tip off about Damian Lillard's injury. So right before he got injured, I traded him for DeMar DeRozan and Donovan Mitchell. Right before he got injured, then he was out for the
Yeah.
season.
Looked like such a bad trade. I think he gave up Dame and Mobley
Yeah,
for those
Evan
two,
and
and everyone
Mobley.
was like,
What are you
"What
doing?
the fuck, bro?"
And then 2 weeks later, Dame's out for the season.
Oh
I got lucky,
Cash
and I
money.
traded Anthony Davis.
to
Ben.
me,
I traded
for
Anthony
Tatum.
Davis. No, I traded Anthony Davis and Josh Giddey for Tatum and OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
And that was my deal.
Yeah. I don't
Fleeced.
regret it, Josh.
And the guy that I traded Damian Lillard to, he ended up being the guy that I played in the finals, and then I won.
Wow.
Damn.
And that was a little bit of salt in the wound.
Yeah, around the points per first down league, all my running backs were hurt and like when in the draft, I think I picked Saquon in like the 3rd or 4th round,
Yeah.
and like everyone knew like he's coming off ACL or sprained ankle, and he's playing on the Giants.
Yeah.
He's not gonna do good, and I'm like,
He's
How
Hey,
bad,
he's-
how bad could he
he's
really
fallen
be?
to me in the 3rd round.
like,
I
how
have
can
to
I
pick him.
not pick him?
I
here?
have
Like,
to
I
pick
can't
him.
wait.
So I
another
did it,
round.
and obviously he had like one good game.
Yeah.
And like naturally, I was expecting that. But later on in the year, I traded Terry McLaurin for Elijah Mitchell because I'm like, my running backs are hurt, the other guys' receivers are hurt. It
Mhm.
just makes sense. Let's just
Yeah.
trade.
Mhm.
As soon as he trades me Elijah Mitchell, our commissioner accepts it right away. 30 minutes later, Elijah Mitchell on the injury report for the rest of the year. I'm like,
Just
what the
taking
fuck?
L's on
And then-
L's, man.
and then Corey, recurring guest, who I made the trade with, he was like, yo, do you want to, like, do the trade back? Because, like, that's fucked up. Like, that's unfortunate. Like, I'll glad you gave you Terry McLaurin back, and I'll take Elijah. I'm like, you know what?
Nah.
My team sucks ass
Like,
already.
yeah,
I'll
you
still
might as well
just-
just take the
you
hit,
just
you
go
know?
win for me,
This
please,
isn't like
alright?
dynasty though, right? Like you're just
No, it was a redraft
Yeah,
league,
it's
so
redraft, yeah.
it was
Yeah.
fine. But,
Yeah.
I mean, dynasty, I won by picking Herbert off waivers.
Oh yeah.
I
There
won
you
that.
go.
I saw
Yeah.
him. He lit it up against Baltimore, and I'm like, waivers, pick him up, drop Baker Mayfield. Thank you.
Baker.
Baker. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I basically traded Baker for Herbert, and then never
Yeah.
looked back.
One of like my first draft picks in Dynasty that I got in, I picked Lamar Jackson.
Was it that year though? Like
It
the
was his
MVP
rookie year, yeah.
Oh
And I got his MVP year. I actually ended up winning.
damn.
There you
the
go.
Dynasty.
I
It
didn't
was me.
play
It was me
that
and
year,
Hayden in the
but
finals.
I don't even
too.
want to know
Yeah.
what his fantasy points were looking like that year.
He was lighting
Like,
it
Money.
up.
25
Unbelievable.
points like a game.
Every
Maybe
game.
one like 14.
Yeah.
he was lighting it up.
Holy shit.
And that's in non-PPR too.
Yeah.
Which doesn't matter for a quarterback, but
Yeah.
lower touchdowns points. So
Mhm.
And in Dynasty, my wide receivers sucked, and I sent a trade, and obviously I never wish injury upon a player, but I traded Robert Woods and Chris Carson for Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
He accepted it, people were saying like, hey man, it's risky giving up a decent running back.
Yeah.
And then Robert Woods tears his ACL like 2 years later.
Yeah.
And then Chris Carson is now retired.
Yeah.
And I have a
Now you
top
got
5 wide receiver in the
Diggs.
league.
Dude,
And I'm
underrated.
like, I feel bad for Carson because he's like retiring at 27 and everyone see that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got
You can't really complain.
I gotta
because
get
you
down.
are. Like fantasy kind of does something to your like your morals. Like I'd be
Yeah.
like
Sorry,
I'd be like my players getting fucking like deadly injured. I'm like fuck you, like
No, yeah.
fucking pussy.
Yeah, I'm never that, but like I'll get pissed if he doesn't play.
yeah,
good.
like the shit makes me mad. I'm like
But-
it's like really
yeah.
upsetting. These are like people that get hurt, and I'm like fuck.
But if he gets hurt, I'm like, I'm not gonna be like.
Like I low key
That's
be
pretty
getting
shallow.
cheese, bro. Or like I'll like a player will get hurt and I'll immediately just get rid of them. Be like, oh fuck this guy, just trade him away. Just fucked
Yeah.
up, but the game's a game, you know.
The game's a game, man.
Mhm.
This
It's
is
a
fun,
business.
boys.
Oh yeah.
I do want to talk about one more thing because we didn't bring it up. DeAndre Ayton.
I kind of talked about that earlier with that
'Cause
whole.
just like the offer sheet accepts like what was it,
He,
117
he accepted the
million.
deal with the Pacers, and then Phoenix matches.
So
Even though he said he doesn't want to be there anymore.
Well, that's why he accepted it from Indiana.
Exactly.
So he was down to go, but then Phoenix
Yeah.
is like, yeah,
No.
we'll
I
match
don't
it.
know
So
what
you're
the
staying with us.
fuck is up though. Like I don't
That's
know
such a
what-
weird situation. That's why I
Yeah.
wanted to bring it up quickly because
It's another example of like, what the fuck is going on in the NBA?
Yeah, like,
because
why?
if there's so much beef there between Phoenix and DeAndre, and why do you go back there and resign it? Like, why is there
Just let
beef
it-
with Kevin Durant and
yeah.
James Harden, and then they're all of a sudden just cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't even get the beef as well. What is Aiden upset about? He doesn't like.
He was
think-
upset with his role.
He doesn't think he's okay. Well, too bad. You're not good enough to the bigger role.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
well, that's
I
what
don't really
happens
get
when
it
you're
'cause
playing
he
on the best team in the NBA.
Yeah.
Best record.
Flourished with Chris Paul. Like, didn't he have
Yeah.
his best year last year?
He was,
Or like,
but he was all right. And when they went
His
to the
best,
finals,
his best year was when he took steroids and then he got suspended.
Yeah.
Fire.
He was like crazy. He was after like 2020
Yeah,
for
dude.
like
I
solid
drafted him
couple
that year
weeks.
fantasy.
Fire.
He was on crack, and they
Hey,
kick him out.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly.
Exactly, bro. I'm sure half the league takes fucking
Oh.
PEDs.
Oh yeah,
But
they're just
yeah.
not tested for it.
Have you
Yeah.
heard that LeBron conspiracy?
Yeah, like
He was on
he's a-
Miami.
Yeah.
He was on roids because like every like deficiency from like after taking steroids,
Yeah.
like hair loss and all that shit, like happened to
getting hit with all
LeBron.
of them.
Like,
Yeah.
all the time, it just makes sense.
Let's be real. Like I don't want to hate. I don't want to say this. He's an idol, but like,
Dude, like so many
probably.
people are taking.
I hope he does.
I mean,
Yeah. I
hope he does.
It's kind of like
That'd
with
be cool.
every older like generational player, like Tom Brady. Surely,
Some
just
point,
vegetarian.
like
I think Tom Brady's like just fucking like does voodoo or something.
See,
Like,
but
there's
then
no
you have
way.
LeBron does the same thing.
There's
because
no way.
How are
LeBron's
you 6'8",
Yeah.
old.
two
And he's
fucking
just-
30, and-
39
or
and he's
two-
still
doing
how,
all
that
how
shit.
heavy is he?
Dunking.
I think
260.
LeBron top 3 athlete of all time.
all
yeah.
time.
With or without the PEDs, though.
Dude, he's
The
He's
fact that he
LeBron, he's
dunks as
LeBron.
much as he
You-
does and his
Yeah.
legs aren't just jello.
Like that one. What was it? The year before this year or this year where he had his ankle hurt. That was the first time he's actually like missed time. Or
Yeah,
something
his
like that.
first real injury.
Yeah. Like,
And then he
ever.
goes out this year and has the highest scoring career of
turns the
his
clock
league.
Yeah.
back. It doesn't fucking make sense.
Yeah, no.
Him and
Yeah.
Brady are mythical creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you, obviously, you never really like create a player like Tom Brady because he's really boring.
Yeah.
But I mean, like he just doesn't make sense.
He doesn't
Like
Yeah.
he is boring. He's not the most exciting player.
Yeah, he
he's
sits in
not,
the pocket.
He's one of
and
like the
he
worst
yeah.
like athletes in terms like because like he
Athletic
can't really.
ability.
There's
Yeah.
a reason people
So
make jokes
good
about him.
at what he
LeBron
needs
James,
to
Right?
do.
Yeah. And he even makes fun of himself. But like
Yeah.
LeBron,
Like
those
that's
are
a
like he's the
specimen.
type of player that you make up when you're writing a book.
Yeah.
Like players that like are so unimaginable, like it doesn't make sense.
Can do everything.
But like LeBron is a player that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He's a specimen.
And like out of all the people that could have this like genetic ability, he's also like low-key this like IQ like number 1 in the league.
Lit IQ.
Like he's smart as fuck. Like
Yeah.
he knows the game better than anyone.
Yeah, it's
like
insane.
that's why we can.
You know what they're doing? They're doing some like IV dripping or something like that. Where they're like, have you guys heard about that? Where they like mix in like, it's like infants. You mix in infants IV
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
yeah, that's
And
kind
it
of
like it's like
kinda
what the
ages you.
rich people do.
yeah, that's kind of
They do some weird
fucked
shit,
up.
and you're just like you're 40 and you're like fucking feel like you're 15.
That's
It's
kinda-
some weird shit
that's
that
kinda
you just find with
It's
money.
fucked up.
Yeah, that's some,
That's some,
weird
like-
shit.
Guys gonna be 55 and dunking on fucking
Exactly, he probably will be.
Well, that's the thing though. Like I say this a
sticking
lot.
his nuts
LeBron
in
is
Giddy's face.
LeBron's how old, right? But
30,
like
I think.
when players retire, they don't retire at their peak. They retire on the decline. But he hasn't even really declined yet. So
No,
let's say he
that's
starts
what I'm
declining in the
saying.
next couple of years. How much longer does he play for?
Yeah.
He could play another like 5 years maybe.
Yeah,
like-
he doesn't want to. He wants to play one more year with Bronny, and then he's done.
That's.
Yeah,
But he
one
could
year,
though. That's
dude,
the thing.
that would be so fucking sick.
Yeah.
1 year with his kids.
Well, that's team. Whatever team drafts
Does that
Bronny,
ever
you hit
happen?
the
That's where
lottery.
he's going.
You hit the lottery.
Yeah. Does
You have
that ever
LeBron for you.
happen? Like a player play with their
No.
own son?
No. Other than in baseball with Ken Griffey and
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Sr.
Yeah,
But that's
but
kinda
baseball
different.
doesn't really
Baseball-
count.
Yeah,
because
'cause
you could
baseball-
be 60
yeah.
and still like be
Like
good.
how old
Yeah.
is what's his name? Nelson.
And Gordie Howe and Mark Howe, that was.
Okay, yeah,
Like Gordie
true.
Howe was like 60 years old playing hockey.
Nelson Cruz is like
What the
42,
fuck?
43.
Is he the oldest player?
It's like, hey Gordie, retirement home. Nah, I got a game, bitch.
Yeah.
Nelson.
Lace him
Nelson
up.
Probably,
Cruz.
yeah.
Dude, what is he? Does he only hit though?
Yeah, he's DH.
Because like I guess if you that's all you're doing, like,
Yeah.
guess it's chill to be 400.
But his back is probably fucked.
Yeah.
Imagine swinging a baseball bat for 22 years.
No.
Yeah.
Your back is
No, I don't
done.
want to.
You go for
Back
like
is
one
done.
all-out swing and you just fucking throw your back.
And the thing is, he's still a good hitter, which is insane.
Yeah.
His ball's like 440 feet.
Like kind of bringing it back to like LeBron, like hitting his decline. That's why I think like Ovi's gonna break the goal record like easy, cause like he's 36 and he just scored 50 this year.
Yeah.
And
He's
he,
not
he
getting
needs like
worse.
114 more goals to break the record. It's like if he's hitting 50 at 36, his bad year is gonna be like 20 goals.
Yeah.
Which is still a decent amount.
Yeah.
Right. So
he
it's
hits
like,
50 again next year.
Like it's just
Then he
like
could play to like Yarmar Jagr till he's fucking
yeah, it doesn't-
Yeah.
69.
It's
Who
insane.
cares?
All right, we can talk for like hours, so we'll just
Exactly.
wind it up.
Yeah.
But Benny, Liam, appreciate you boys coming on.
Thank you
Of
for
course,
having
yeah.
us.
Where can the people find you on social media or whatever? If you want to plug it, go for it. Up to you guys.
I got not much, but if you go ben.tso on Instagram, you'll find me there.
You'll maybe catch me on TikTok at XX_ThanosCar_XX.
You might.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you'll see me
If
there.
you're lucky.
Yeah.
Hayden, the usual
At Hayden_Barton on Instagram and Twitter.
elite. Follow me on Instagram at Jevon.Lefave, on Twitter at JevonLefave. Find everything for the show on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at LeftsideHeavy_. Leave a rating and review wherever you guys get your podcasts. Helps grow the show. Subscribe, like all that shit. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you Friday for KBNR with me, Hayden, Georgia, and Shay. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Peace.
Well, you say